start with the past today.
Okay.
For viewers that hear my throat dying, I just have to open my throat a little.
But she has tea.
Yeah, but I have tea.
By Barista Mary.
Just losing a little bit of my voice, but it's not because I'm sick, really.
We love you, Corey. If you're actually putting up with going through all of this shit.
Yeah, I don't think you are, but I forgot to ask you.
It's a lot.
I have to use my light like an old person.
But it's fun. I mean, shit, I used to do, I used to listen to, what are they called? What are their fucking streams? Oh my god. Adventure Zone. I used to listen to that shit like it was crack. Oh my god. And I still love them so much. I need to listen to some of their other DnD.
Yeah, they just got like some new ones.
That shit was my crack.
So I kind of have a direction.
Okay.
So, last we left off, this lecture came. She needed to remember some things about Iris, but she really couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
So Saloon said the best way was to start with Cain. So thinking of the 3 years basically you had with Cain. And then maybe, well, she said it'll most likely something will pop up about Iris.
Mm-hmm.
Or be familiar and kind of lead you down that path.
Mm-hmm.
And so it is the night basically after Saloon told you that.
Cool.
I'm also gassy, so I might fart a lot anyway.
How fucking dare you?
I'm ready to shit.
How fucking dare you?
So, it is the night.
Okay. With Cain, right?
Yes, basically starting when you first met Cain, building up to basically year 3, and then she said something may click for you to go back farther.
Okay, so when I first met Cain.
Yes.
Okay.
It's kind of a replay of what they actually did during his life, but also something's going to pop up.
Okay.
That'll basically help her remember even further back. So it's like a go forward jump back.
Gotcha.
That's for player, aka also writer.
So, start with her having met Cain.
Yeah, basically what's going to happen is we're playing basically flashback.
Do you want to play it as a scene?
Yes, we're playing basically all these as if we were playing back then. Like there's history back then.
Sounds good.
And building up, again, with them interjecting and talking in the actual present for them. Because I think it's cute.
Yeah.
It's funny. So, it is the night.
Electra walks into a bar.
I imagine this is how they start off. They're laying in the bed and they're like, she's like, and he's like,
I walked into a bar. And
You
it was in...
it's gotta be a Ville name.
I know.
Nyquilville.
Teesonville.
Teesonville. It was Teesonville. And it's a pretty nice bar. Though it's usually... You don't know why you walked in here, because this isn't really a high target fancy bar. But you were bored.
As she usually is. And...
What do you do as soon as you enter this bar?
looks for a target. Scans the people around it.
You look around. You see a regular high elf man.
Ew.
You
Boring.
see a dwarven woman.
Boring.
You see a half elf. They. And then you find someone sitting on like the long island bar who only has one mug of beer with ginger hair, navy skin, and a large axe on their back. And they are a tiefling.
Now, he seems interesting.
Kane is not sick, I promise.
She approaches.
You approach. He seems to not face you.
She sits down next to him.
You sit down next to him and he looks a little... He like kind of glances to you. And he looks back at his drink.
Hello, beautiful.
He kind of looks around like...
You?
Me?
Mm-hmm. The most handsome tiefling that I have ever met.
Oh, and how many tiefling have you met?
Quite a few.
I wouldn't call myself the most handsome.
Well, then maybe your eyes deceive you.
I guess so. He just kind of looks at his drink.
What's your name?
My name's Kane. What's yours?
Electra.
Well, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. What are you doing in a town like this?
Just traveling.
Traveling where?
I guess I should say more wandering.
Me too. Oh my gosh, we already have so much in common.
How are you? I was kidding.
That's an interesting axe you have on your back.
Yeah. It's been with me for a long time.
Seems magical.
It is an artifact.
Oh. Seems like you've been on quite a few adventures then.
Yeah. Maybe more than I need to.
That explains the strength and the brawn and the scars.
Yeah. Usually keeps people away.
I think it just makes you interesting.
I guess that's fair. Are you a journalist or something?
No. I'm a bard.
A bard?
I play music.
I could tell by the loot on your back.
And I have conversations. That's the epitome of who I am.
Yeah, that is true.
She says, so, Kane,
Yes?
you haven't touched your drink.
Not really.
Why is that? Something bogging down your mind?
Nah, I'm just not much of a drinker. Prefer to nurse it.
That's fair.
Liar.
True. Jesus. Okay.
Electra definitely laughing in the present.
She says, that's interesting, okay.
Why'd you come to a bar like this?
I wanted to find someone interesting, and I think I found it.
I guess good for you. Like you generally mean that.
Thank you. I think I have found probably the most interesting person I've ever met.
I mean, I doubt it.
I'm being genuine.
Okay. He's kind of like, okay.
I have met quite a few people here in the West. Granted, I haven't went to the East, so I don't know.
It's a far trip.
It is a far trip, so I just tend to stay in the West doing my thing. And I've been to quite a few bars and taverns and quite a few cities, just idly chatting about, of course. And no one seems to fit my mold of interesting or
Really?
entertaining.
Really not. I guess if you see enough people, they don't become that interesting, huh?
They all seem the same. Boring. They all want the same things, do the same things. You, however, seem a bit different.
I guess that's good.
It's great.
He's like, what is going on?
And she says, and you can't be charmed. Which is even better.
Did you try to cast us?
So I have an offer for you.
Did you try to cast us?
How about you work for me?
Well, what would be my job?
You can be my bodyguard.
Bodyguard.
Yeah. People try and kill me now and again, and I figure having a bodyguard would be good.
Well, that sounds easy enough. I've done it before, so yeah.
Perfect. So you even have experience. It seems like it was fate for us to have met.
Yeah?
And I'll put a little wager on it.
What kind of wager?
We'll put it like this. I believe that I can make you fall in love with me in 3 years. If I win, you stop working for me. If
Okay.
you win, then I suppose you get whatever you want.
Okay, I guess. Sure.
She says, how much do you want to be paid a week?
10 gold pieces a week is fine.
So 100.
That's a lot of money.
I have a lot of money.
You don't have to give me that much money.
I pay people what they're worth.
Okay. Thanks.
You're welcome. So 100 gold pieces a week and you stick by my side.
It sounds like a good deal. Sure.
Okay, then just remember the bet.
I'll try.
Okay.
He's good. Lecture and Kane present day. The lecture's like, why'd you say 10 gold pieces?
Yeah, she's like, you're worth more than that.
Kane's like, I didn't think I was worth that much back then.
She was like, also the job was dangerous. I do have people trying to kill me occasionally.
Lecture, you know I want it for adventures for free.
Okay, but this was dangerous. You're lucky I value your life at least enough to give you 100 gold pieces.
He's like, I'm sorry.
A complete stranger.
I didn't know. Okay, he's trying not to laugh.
I was courteous enough, I suppose.
What was your first thought when I said 10 gold pieces?
That you were deluded.
I was pretty deluded back then.
Like, that you wanted to die. That's basically...
Well, now I don't, obviously.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad you think you're worth more than 10 gold pieces.
Chuckles. Kanan past says, okay, so when are we leaving?
Whenever you're ready.
Well, I guess whenever you're ready. I don't have anything.
Then let's go. She puts the money on the counter for his drink and drags him.
Okay. He just started getting dragged. He says, I only have this bag on me, so I'm ready to go.
Perfect. Then just follow me.
Okay. He starts following you.
She already has all of her stuff on her.
She's like, hee.
And they wander out of the city.
And they're on the road. He's like, okay, so what do you do for a living? So, well, I'm sure I can already tell you play more than just music, don't you?
I play people.
I see.
She says, but of course I'm not playing you. Wouldn't dream of it. That's why you're my bodyguard. Because it's a guarantee that you won't betray me and I won't betray you.
Yeah, and I just kill anyone who gets in your way.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's not realizing what that means to him.
And she says...
Lecture, but I can't believe I found that.
And she says, so, if anyone tries to harm me...
Yes.
All you have to do is defend me.
Okay, that's pretty easy. I can do that.
That's the whole job. Then you just kind of follow me around, I suppose.
Okay, so what's our first target then?
We're going to go to a bigger city.
Okay.
To a bigger bar. And I'll look around. And I'm pretty good at finding targets. And I idle chatter with the people, and I'll see if I can drain them for everything that they have.
Okay. A lecture to the president. Why did you agree to? Aren't you a hero?
No, literally. She's like, why?
I was not thinking of anything back then.
Apparently you were. Yeah, you're right. God.
He chuckles. That's so funny. How did they both think about it like, huh? I just imagine it's like a reaction video.
She's like, God, that was... Okay.
He came past, was like, okay, so how far away is the next city?
Just a mile. Nothing too far.
Okay, that's not that bad.
Yeah, if it was any farther, of course we'd get a carriage.
Oh, we won't walk, like, everywhere?
No. That's why I have money.
Oh.
And I have most of it stashed.
That's fair. His boots are all raggedy and shit.
Why won't it play?
I don't know, it keeps saying it's having trouble playing this.
Hulu might be down. Restart the Fire Stick.
I did twice.
Then you're just gonna have to wait. Hulu might be down.
Hulu might be
Does
down.
that mean Hulu's down?
That's what I just said.
It says we're having trouble playing.
But, he's like, oh, yeah, carriages.
She looks at him a little confused. She says, yeah, the shoes and feet like these, not for walking.
Meanwhile, Kane looks down at his shoes. They're like heavy boots that are basically
And
tearing.
we're gonna have to fix all that.
What's wrong with what I'm wearing?
Well, I look like this and you're wearing stuff like that.
Don't I gotta look scary?
No.
That's how I keep people away from me that want to harm
No.
me. Okay.
You have to match my whole aesthetic.
Okay.
Okay? So if I look prim, proper, and presentable, then that day you have to look prim, proper, and presentable. Because otherwise, people aren't going to know that you're associated with me. And I don't want you to look like I just hired some rando in a bar. I want you to look like you're organised.
Okay, so like a royal guard?
Similar, yes.
Okay. So where are we gonna get clothes?
The next town over.
Okay.
I have a couple tailors over there. I frequent the place a lot. And you also have to fit the bill of somebody who could pass for my lover. Just in case.
What? That wasn't part of the deal.
It's all an act.
Oh. Okay, I can do that.
See?
She's like, Kane's like, you really just threw that on me, huh?
I don't know what you want!
Present day.
I knew that it was going to come up eventually. I'd be like, oh, well, leave me the fuck alone. This is my lover.
Now you can do it for real.
Exactly. I knew it would happen. I warned you off the bat.
You warned me off the bat. I still won the bet.
Fuck you.
He chuckles. He's just messing with her. But, you go to the big city known as Nortonville. It's Allville. I just can't. It's just Allville. And then basically the left side is all fucking Final Fantasy 14 names. So I'm doing great. We go to Nortonville.
And she says, perfect. And she says, now let's go to the tailor.
Okay.
And she goes to the tailor.
He goes to Taylor. They're like, hello, madam. I don't sound like this.
Hi, madam.
I was like, what would you like today?
I would like to get a suit tailored. Well, a couple suits tailored for my gentleman here.
Oh, him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I can get a few stuff tailored for him. It's rare to have a tiefling here. I'm excited.
You should be.
Yeah, she's not racist. But she starts measuring him and everything, and Kane's like, oh.
She literally sits there like
Kane's
watching him.
Kane's like,
You're doing great.
what is going on? That's literally it.
She says, and after she's done, then we're going to do something about that hair of yours.
What's wrong with my hair?
There's a lot wrong with your hair.
Are you gonna shave my
But
beard off?
No.
Okay. I just grew it out.
She says, I'm going to fix it all. Because you are absolutely stunning. You just need a little,
These things work really
how we say, soap.
So?
Yeah. You know, like if you're dirty and you have grime, you wipe it all off with soap.
Yeah.
This is essentially what I'm doing to each part of you.
Okay.
Starting with your clothes.
I did run out of soap 2 days ago.
Okay, then we're gonna go to the bathhouse too, I guess.
Cause I'm sure he kept himself as clean as he could with what money he had. But, he gets all dressed up.
She's just perfect. I'm starting to see a vision.
Okay.
Now come.
He follows you.
She takes him to a nearby, mirror.
Mm-hmm.
And she pulls out some scissors and stuff.
He's like, oh.
She says, sit.
Okay, he sits. Like, slowly sits. Like, he's like, this is weird.
And she does his hair. She cuts it and makes it look all nice.
Make him look all nice.
And then she pulls out her products.
Oh.
And she starts putting them in her
He's
hair.
like, what are all these things?
So this one is shampoo. This one is conditioner. This one is, it makes your hair feel soft. This one makes it look shiny. And this one makes it more poofy.
He tenses up a bit as you put it in his hair.
She says,
I'm not used to this.
she says, you're doing great.
He like gives like a weird
And she looks down at his face. And she says, I think your face is good.
I sure hope so.
She chuckles. She says, you look beautiful.
Thanks.
Own it.
Own it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not used to that.
Well, you're gonna have to start working with me.
In his head, he's like, oh God, what did I sign up for? He's like, is it too late to resign the contract?
No.
Oh no.
You have at least 3 years.
Okay.
And then when she's done, she's like, okay, I think you look perfect.
Okay, I think I look different.
I think you reflect how you look on the inside. Finally. And you're lucky that people are already flocking to you.
I thought they were gonna be flocking to you, not me.
That's... No. You misconstrue. You have to fit the mold of someone associated with me. Which means if I am looking drop dead gorgeous where everyone wants to approach me and talk to me, you have to look the same.
Okay.
Now, whether or not you are going to give off the vibes of please approach me and talk to me, that's up to you. But I assume given the vibes you're giving off right now, the answer is no to that. So, all you have to do is be a bodyguard in whatever sense you want to be one. Just don't let me die. That's the goal.
Okay, that's really easy.
See? I just want you to look presentable.
I guess I do have to fit the person you hired me, so.
See, there you go. We're doing great. She says, come. Now we get to go to the bar.
Okay.
And she walks.
He follows.
And she goes into the bar.
Going to the nice bar. You see lots of people enjoying their time today.
And she looks around for a target.
You look around and you find a very handsome, high elf young man that seems to have a lot of money. I don't know why I sound like that.
Lots of money.
Lots of money.
She looks at Kane and she gestures for him to follow as she approaches him.
He follows behind.
And she walks up to him.
And the high elf was like, oh, and I just got my 5th jet.
My 5th jet!
Yeah, that's really what the conversation is. I kind of bet as she's walking up. And he's like, oh, who's this gorgeous lady?
My name is Electra.
Well, so nice to meet you. I'm Adam.
Adam.
Yes.
So nice to meet you, Adam. I heard you were talking about some of the things you recently bought.
Oh, yes, I just bought my 5th merchant and my 10th horse.
Wow. Aren't you quite special?
Yes, I know. And he's like, I have planned to eventually buy a plot of land.
Wow, you're moving up in the world. Soon you'll be a lord.
Yes, that's what I intend to be, but I need to get enough assets under my belt first.
Makes sense. Seems you have a smart head on your shoulders to match your beautiful smile.
Oh, well, thank you, Mano. That's very sweet of you. And he says, are you busy tonight?
For you, never.
And he says, how about we have a few drinks, maybe a few snacks too?
Sure.
Kane just standing there idly.
She looks at Kane and gestures for him to wander away.
He goes and wanders. He's gonna make a perception. Nice, Kane, nice. 16. Okay, you sit down with the man. He gets a few drinks and he's like, where are you from?
I'm from Thompsonville.
Thompsonville, He's like, must have got bored of the place if you're around here. It's pretty far away.
Yeah, I like to chase thrills and find what's more interesting.
Oh, I completely understand that.
And that's why I stumbled into this very bar. And I saw you and all of your interesting adventures and pursuits, and I thought that you were just so interesting. I couldn't pass up.
Oh, don't flatter me, young lady.
Flatter you? Never. It's the honest truth.
And he was like this little hee hee hee. And you notice that he's wearing a wedding ring.
She ignores it.
Mm-hmm. And he says, and what are your plans? I'm sure you're not going to stay around here for long.
Depends on if I find something interesting, and I think I might have found it.
Really? No.
Mhm.
And he says, what's interesting?
You.
Me?
Mhm.
And he says, I don't know. I think you're the most interesting one at this bar.
Me.
Mm.
She chuckles and she says, I don't know. I don't have, the prestige that you do. Nor do I have the assets.
Well, you could have some of my assets.
I wouldn't dare impose.
Oh no, I'm not sharing with anyone at the moment.
She says, truly.
Yes, everything's under my name only.
Only if you'd be willing, of course.
Well, I'd be absolutely willing for someone like you. Gorgeous.
Gorgeous. She does tee. She says, oh, that's so sweet of you.
Roll a perception check.
$14.
14. Came past his, yeah. What was the last thing you said?
I have fucking no clue. I got so focused on the perception check.
And he says, oh, you can come over to my place later tonight if you're not busy.
That sounds brilliant.
And as he says that, he's about to say something else. You hear like a commotion happen in the middle of the bar. It's fast as you hear shouting.
She looks.
You see Kane has somebody gripped by the throat as there's a dagger in his shoulder.
She bolts.
You bolt?
Yeah. She runs over.
You run over.
What the fuck is happening?
He was trying to kill you.
How do you know that? Why do you have a dagger in your arm?
He was trying to kill you. He was right behind you and I grabbed him by the throat. I'll take care of him when he starts walking outside.
Wait! She fucking follows him.
You follow him.
And she says, I don't even know who sent you.
Return to the guy getting choked.
Yeah.
He can't speak because Kane has.
Okay, don't choke him.
He lets go a bit.
And she says, and she'll actually pull the dagger out of Kane's arm and heal him.
Yeah.
With healing word. And she holds the dagger and inspects it.
This is definitely one of Iris's people. You can tell by just the ornate design of the daggers.
She grabs him by the shirt and says, why?
And he says, I was just sent on orders. I don't have anything else for you.
She checks to see if he has the emblem thing.
He does.
I
looked at you and you're like, fuck that, they bitches are the ghosts.
And she says, okay. So what you're going to do is go crawling back to Iris and tell her that if she continues this endeavor, that she will end up dead. And I will make sure that her head is on a platter.
And he says, I'll tell her.
And if I see you within 10 feet of me again, he's not the one you'll be worried about.
He says, just let me go and I'll go tell her.
She insight checks him.
Mm-hmm.
14.
Yes.
He will. Okay. To this point, how long has Iris been trying to kill her? Does she know?
Probably for a year. It's been pretty quiet, besides like things like this happening once in a blue moon. It's like more annoying than anything now.
Yeah, I feel like she's probably pretty fucking annoyed.
Yeah.
Um,
It's like it isn't often enough, but it's always at like the worst times.
I know, she was about to get fucking cash. Bank money. Oh. She's gonna try and cast Charm Person on him. Get some wisdom. Which this is from 2 years ago, so probably 15.
Yeah.
4 years ago.
He passes.
She said, it's too bad that I can't trust you, isn't it?
And Kane still has him by the throat. And Kane says, we should just get rid of him. Safer that way.
She says, yeah, but she's been chasing me for about a year and I need her to get a message, so... What's the best way to send someone a message?
Kane says, I know.
How would you do it?
And can I give an example?
Sure.
And he puts the guy down on the ground as he wields his axe. And he slices deep into his back, creating a large gash.
Okay.
And then he lifts up his axe again, and he does it again.
This is the message?
And he says, and he like creates like a marking on it, and then he says, we kill him and send his corpse back. And he lifts up his axe one more time.
Oh, wait.
Then he looks at you.
The problem is I don't know where to send the corpse exactly.
And we'll just let her find it.
Or I can just make sure he's never found.
Okay.
I've been avoiding the previous ones. And I killed a couple, I guess, but I wanted him to follow through, but I don't think he's going to. Too bad. I guess cut off his head.
Okay. And Kane lifts up his axe and cuts off his head.
And she says, now I need to find where to send the head. I know a few cities. Maybe I can take it to one of those. We'll take the head with us.
Okay, Kane wraps it up as if he knows how to do it. You see him actually almost put a few stuff on his head like ointments, and then he wraps it up.
She says, and we'll take it to the Aurora.
Okay.
I know she frequents there.
Nuts.
And she says, well, this city's screwed and we have a corpse outside of a bar, so I guess we're off.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
Sucks.
Electra real life, why did I make you do that? Kane said it's okay.
No, Electra is like...
Kane's like, it's okay. It's okay, Electra.
I fucking hate it here, Kane.
It's okay.
Is it?
It was a bad guy.
Is it okay?
It was a bad guy.
Like, I understand that, and I understand they were trying to kill me, but I could have just killed them.
It's okay if I did.
No?
What do you mean?
Sully your hands with corrupted, shitty blood of bad people?
My hand's already been sullied, Electra.
No.
It's already too late.
Nah. That was a bad move on me.
Well, we won't mention the other 3 times it happened before the 6-month mark.
Not all of them were me telling you to do it though.
No.
You just kind of did it.
What about the last one that made you change your mind?
That's too far in the future. She says from there we went to the Aurora.
We did.
We took a carriage. And we...
And y'all both arrived at the Aurora?
And we went to the Lunares, because she owned it at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And we left the head there.
Kane's like, I remember placing it on the bar.
And then we walked down. No. We placed it on the bar. And then I said to the barkeep, tell Iris that Electra left her a gift. And then we walked out. And then we went... We obviously left the city. We weren't going to stay there. That would have been stupid.
Then we stopped by another city on the as soon as we left.
We probably camped out not too far from the cities. Yeah, we camped out. That was because it was late when
It
we
was
made it to
late.
the Aurora, because it was a couple hours carriage ride when we dropped off the head.
That was my first ever carriage ride.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh my god, you spent your first ever carriage ride with me?
Yeah. Though also a head, I guess he
With the company of a head.
He
Yeah.
chuckles. He chuckles at that one.
And she says, okay. And then we camped out.
And then basically it was kind of the same for a while, wasn't it?
Yeah, not much changed. We just went to cities.
A few people still tried to get us. I remember the one that made you change your mind happened like in 6 months. You know, you remember that one?
Kind of.
He says, well, we were actually going to be invited to a ball. That's why I'd never been to one, because that was the one that got canceled.
Oh.
And basically we're going to play that now.
Okay.
So, it's been like maybe, I'd say 4 months, not that far. You and Kane are camping out right now.
Mm-hmm.
And it is afternoon as Kane pokes at the fire. He has seemed to have been deflecting your advances.
She approaches him.
You approach him as he's messing with the fire, as he's getting it started.
What you doing?
I'm gonna cook soon.
Okay, what are you gonna cook?
Probably a stew, because I got enough things for it. Would you like some?
No, I'm okay.
Okay. And then he has some letters in his hand as he starts opening them, but they're addressed to you. So he just opens them.
Why are you opening my letters?
Well, I'm your bodyguard, so I have to make sure they're not poisoned. He opens them.
She grabs them from him.
He's like, they could be poisoned. Don't
And
touch.
what if it has something that you're not supposed to see in them?
I don't read them. I just make sure no poison comes out.
No, she opens it.
Okay. Yeah, but it's the invitation to the ball you got from that guy a long time ago. Or not a while ago, like probably a month ago. That he promised he'd invite you, and a +1 too.
Ooh, we're going to a ball.
We're going to a ball?
Yeah.
Are we going to a ball? Oh yeah. Is that guy?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
We're gonna go do a ball. You're my +1.
But don't you need him to be your +1?
No.
What wasn't that the whole point of the ball?
Well, you still have to come and wait outside.
Oh yeah, that's true.
This is I'm his +1, but does it say that I get to bring a +1?
It doesn't. Actually, it doesn't say. It says you're just invited by to go to see him.
So you'll just hang outside
Okay, that sounds good to me.
in case something bad happens.
He nods.
Just as I'm sure it'll be fine though. Ball's a ball.
I've never been to a ball, so I wouldn't know. All I know is I hear they're fancy all the time.
Actually, maybe I could sneak you in.
I don't think they take. I think everyone would notice a tiefling at a ball in
But
the
you're my
West.
bodyguard.
I mean, I guess that could pass.
Who's gonna say no to that?
No one.
See?
Hmm.
I'm just so frightened for my safety. I need a big, strong man to protect me.
There's a lot of big, strong men around. It's just so funny.
I need this big, strong man to protect me.
Mm-hmm.
That's the defense.
That's the defense.
Yes. And also, you do happen to be my bodyguard. That's not a lie.
Yes. Yeah, sure. So I guess it could work.
It will work. I can guarantee it.
And he's like, I already have the outfit because you already ordered one.
I have a couple ball gowns.
How do you carry all these things?
I have little hideouts. All across the West.
That's fair.
She says, and I tuck them away in my little hideouts, and then when I am nearby, I go and grab them.
I've done the same thing, so I understand.
It's just like my money.
Yeah.
She pays him.
Oh. Thanks.
It's Friday.
It is Friday. I forget sometimes.
I don't.
It's funny because you've noticed through these past 4 months, he really doesn't seem to like some people that are like, ooh, money. He just kind of like puts it away like it's just normal items to him.
So when are you going to spend your money on things?
What would I spend my money on besides the food I need?
Things you like, things you want, hobbies.
I don't really have wants or anything.
Make some.
I'll probably take some time.
Okay.
He starts to cook and you can smell the food.
She watches him.
He just cooks. He seems to know what he's doing.
You'd be a great house husband.
Would I?
Mm-hmm.
I never thought of that.
You know how to cook.
I think
And
cooking.
it smells good.
Would you like some?
It's too bad it might be poisoned.
Would you like some?
No.
It's not poison. He like eats from the same bowl as he eats it.
Maybe next time.
Okay. Continues to cook.
She just watches him.
You watch him. And he finishes cooking.
She's just staring at him.
Why are you staring at me?
You look beautiful when you cook.
Do I?
Hmm?
That's a first.
You look focused.
Well,
Man on a mission.
cooking, you gotta stay focused or it can burn.
Yeah, and the little face that you make is interesting.
Is it?
Yeah.
What kind of face do I make?
Your eyebrows slightly furrow as your eyes squint at whatever you're cooking.
I see you're trying to catch up on my face, huh?
I notice everyone's face.
You
But
do?
yours sticks out the most.
Mine sticks out the most.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not inclined to believe that.
Well, I guess you just don't believe my words.
I just think maybe you fluff them up around me too much.
Or maybe I'm only being truthful with you.
No, it's funny because she was.
Mm-hmm.
I guess maybe.
She chuckles.
I've just never been fluffed up, so.
Well, I don't know why you call it fluffing up.
That's
I call it flirting, but I suppose... I guess there's two ways to describe things.
Flirting?
Yeah.
I'm your bodyguard.
And I meant the bet that I made.
Oh, you did mean it. It
Mhm.
wasn't just a game.
No.
Okay.
Because if you fall in love with me, then you're just like everyone else.
Well, that would be boring.
Exactly. So I want to make sure you're not boring.
And how's my boring meter? He says boring meter.
You're pretty entertaining.
Pretty entertaining.
Mm-hmm. Best investment I've ever made.
That's the best. Kane in like present day, he's like, how's my boring meter, Electra?
She's like covering her face.
She chuckles.
She's like, you're not boring.
I know I'm not. Not to you, at least.
No, not to me.
He's like, okay, well, the ball's gonna start tonight, so we should probably head over.
Okay.
He starts packing up the tents, and he also starts packing up your tent.
What are you doing?
I'm packing up your tent.
No.
Your tent's right next to mine.
I can handle it.
Okay.
Okay.
He starts unpacking your tent.
She stares at him for a second, then unpacks her tent and packs it all up.
That's when he slowly starts being just not kind. Oh yeah, here's your boots. You left them on the ground.
Oh, thanks. I would have found them. Okay, never mind. Thanks.
You left them not in the place you usually put them.
Mm. Oh, you could have just like pointed at them, but that's okay.
Well, it was close to me, so I might as well get it for you.
Thanks.
You're welcome. And he just continues on. He's like, what is this?
What is this?
Kindness? In my house?
She just takes so much. She's like,
Are you good?
yes.
Okay. Are you getting sick?
Why would I be getting sick?
I don't know. Some people cough like that. Him thinking about Merlin.
What people cough like that? They must be fucking weirdos.
They kind of are.
She chuckles.
I'm laughing.
She gathers all her stuff.
And he gathers all his stuff. And you're off. You ride to the grand city that has a beautiful ball.
Yay.
Kane's like, okay. And he's in his outfit and you're in your outfit. Are y'all matching?
Of course.
He's like, is this okay?
You're my bodyguard. You have to know whose bodyguard you are.
Okay, that's true. And you walk up to the ball. And as you're walking up, roll a perception check. He's gonna fucking pass this shit.
15.
15. What are you doing as you're like walking up? Cause Kane's like, so what happens at a ball?
She's just walking next to him. She says, so you dance,
Mm-hmm.
you talk, and you drink.
That's it?
Yeah.
I thought there would be more things.
No.
Well, that's pretty simple compared to what we have in the East.
It's just a posture. Wait, what do you have in the East?
A lot of things. Usually one event consists of like 10 different things in one event, and our events last for multiple days. Every day is different.
Like a festival.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's cool.
Just like our weddings usually last for 3 days. The dance events last for 4.
It's a lot of dancing.
This is how we celebrate things.
That's interesting, though.
Yeah, it's different over here.
Clearly.
I kind of like it's in one day though.
Yeah, she says balls usually only last a couple of hours, not too lengthy.
I see. And as you approach, kind of like you're not at like the mansion yet, but you're at like the front gates of like like a private property, and people are getting checked in. and you are getting checked in. She's like, "Ma'am, where's your invitation letter?" And he says, "Guards say, who's this?"
My bodyguard.
He's like, "Well, he's not on the list, so we're going to have to take him aside to check him."
Okay. She waits.
You wait, and as you're y'all are kind of like the last ones to enter, I assume. So there's not many people out there besides you and the guards and Kane. This is so funny. I think it's so cliche, but that's a good cliche. The guards are your enemy! So there's like 4 of them, right? And as you're standing there, before you can react, before you do anything, you glance over at one of the guards and you see the same markings on the back of their neck. And they seem to draw their weapons on Kane. But Kane gets the upper hand. You guys didn't get a fucking 22! Oh god, man! And before you can react, as they draw their weapons on Kane, like 2 of them draw their weapons on Kane, 2 of them draw them on you. Kane swings his axe and basically barges through the 2 that are through him to kill the ones that are on you.
Shit.
Roll an insight check.
31.
Why is your insight? Your insight said, wow!
Even if it would have been a plus fucking 12.
It would have still been fucking crazy.
So it would have been 30 either way.
As Kane approaches the other 2 guards, you see a glossy look in his eye. As he basically almost like it's like he's going through the motions as he goes towards the other 2 people.
You okay? Yeah.
And you can do whatever you want now, so he's approaching the other 2 because he killed the 2 that were on you.
No problem.
Uh,
Your time was good. I just got home from school.
she'll shatter the other ones.
It's so easy. They're easy to kill. I'm not gonna make you roll because they're pretty NPC energy. You shatter the other 2, and Kane, to make sure they're dead, he goes up and starts slashing at them.
She says, stop.
He continues.
She grabs his arm.
He looks back at you. He's like blinking a bit.
She says, take a breath.
Mm-hmm. You're dead.
I see that.
I think this was a setup.
Welcome back to reality.
We need to get out of here.
Yeah?
I think this whole thing was a setup.
I'm sure. But
Yeah,
you need to take a breath.
I'm okay. We need to get out
That
of here.
face wasn't okay.
No, he says, come on, we need to go. What if more come?
We're gonna talk about this later.
Okay. He looks confused when you say that, like his face, what? And he drags you away from that place as you get back onto like the road and shit.
She's got her arms crossed.
What's wrong?
Nothing.
Something's pissed you off?
No.
Okay. You can tell he's instead of having his axe on his back, you notice that he's wielding his axe. And looking around.
Put your axe away.
He puts his axe away.
She says, okay.
Let me say this. If you were lying, and if you were
Do not kill anyone unless I tell you to.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Don't kill them
Okay.
unless I tell you to.
Okay.
Okay.
Looks around like, what's going on?
And she says, more than likely, I'm not going to tell you to.
Some people need to gotten rid
And
of.
I can handle it.
Yeah. What if you don't see them coming? My job as a bodyguard, I have to protect you.
Then tell me.
Okay.
You are my bodyguard. Yes. You are supposed to guard me.
Yes.
Yes. But I am telling you to walk how you do it.
Okay.
Be like a second pair of eyes.
Second pair of eyes.
So when you see something or notice something, just tell me,
Okay.
and I can kill it.
Okay.
And if I tell you to kill something or stop something, then you can do it.
Okay.
But more than likely, I can probably handle it.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Cool. Because I don't think that she would probably address the look in his eyes.
No.
I think she'd dance around it a little bit
Yeah.
and just be like, don't do it.
Okay. You see, Kane stares straight ahead.
She stares at him.
You stare at him. Just seems like he's idle, just like idle, neutral thought.
She crosses her arms.
It's bad. Why are you crossing your arm?
No reason.
Are you cold?
No.
Okay.
Not warm.
Okay. Should we set up camp over there?
Sure, we can set it to camp.
Okay. That's probably far enough away from the city. I don't think anyone will come bother us.
I doubt it.
He starts setting up his tent.
She just watches him.
He watches. Seems like it's just like nothing happened. Not the pout.
She is pouting just a little bit.
Not the formation of the slow pouts turned up here. He's like, do you want me to set up your tent?
No, I got it.
Okay.
She sets it up.
You set it up.
She sits back down.
You sit right there.
She stares at him.
He seems to be just polishing, cleaning off his axe that had blood on it. You can tell he like stares at the blood a little too long and he blinks and he starts cleaning his axe. And he puts his axe down once it's polished.
She's been staring at him the whole time. He does not say a word.
And then he walks over and he starts to cook.
She watches him.
He's like, are you sure you're okay?
I'm fine.
Okay. Why are you staring at me?
You're just so beautiful.
It's actually for me. I'd like to confess to
He
intention.
starts cooking. But he like kind of like beans over the food.
She thinks for a few minutes as she watches him and she says, you really are interesting.
Am I?
Mm-hmm.
Is that like that?
Am I?
Keep saying that.
And I mean it every time, and I mean it more every time. Because you are.
I think you're pretty interesting too.
She like raises an eyebrow at him. She's like, how so?
You like to stare at me very intently a lot.
Because I'm having thoughts.
Yes.
And usually when I don't want to vocalize them, I deflect.
I guess I can get by that.
And that's what I'm doing.
I won't pry because I want to be respectful to that.
She nods. She says, we'll just leave it at, I do not think that you should use your axe.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I use it all the time.
Maybe you should use it less.
She looks down at the food.
Jesus, but you know, ultimately that's your choice. But at the very least, instead of just straight up killing people, just let me know when they're there, maybe.
Okay.
Or if we're in, you know, situations, you could just tell me. Because when you saw them, I also saw them.
Yeah, I saw you saw them and I saw them, and I decided that they needed to go.
Yeah.
Because they're the enemy, so they have to go.
Well, it's a little more complicated than that. But yeah, they are the enemy, so they do have to go. But I'm pretty sure that I can handle that.
Then what does that make me?
My bodyguard?
You're not supposed to lift a finger.
I'm not helpless. I have spells.
I know, but I'm the first line of defense.
No, you're the last line of defense.
What? That doesn't make any sense. You're the last line of defense.
The fuck? No, I'm not.
That's my job as a bodyguard. I'm the one that's supposed to throw
No,
myself.
you're the last line of defense. If I can't protect myself, then you're supposed to protect me. But I have to actually try to protect myself first.
I thought it's the other way around. Bodyguards are supposed to throw themselves in front of a line of fire.
I don't know how they do it in the East, but this is how they do it in the West.
Well, they're awful bodyguards here in the West. Bodyguards.
I don't know what to tell you. I hired you in the Western term, not the Eastern term.
He's like, in the East, I guess, bodyguards are supposed to throw themselves in a line of fire. For
But then what will I do when I don't have a bodyguard because he's dead on the floor?
Then you hire a new one.
No!
He's literally sitting here like, I don't get it. And he's like, because, we sign up to sacrifice our lives. That's what bodyguards are.
And you want a tingle coin to sacrifice your life?
That's pretty worth it. What do I do with the money when I'm dead?
She's like holding her head. She's like, okay. I don't know if you've noticed this, but I can barely trust you.
Yeah.
So how far am I gonna trust another bodyguard?
Well, you're not supposed to. Well,
I am supposed to trust them,
that's
and I'm
true.
working on this one already. So no, don't die.
He's like,
I don't want to hire another one. You're too interesting to fucking die.
he's like, like the fax machine noises in his brain. That's what's going on. It's like, okay.
Can't believe you just want to fucking perish to some fucking lame man.
Well, I mean, I'm not supposed to. I'm like I'm not gonna kill myself. It's just that if something happens that's gonna kill you, it has to kill me first. So you're safe.
She's like staring at him like jaw dropped, like
Like if someone casts power word kill, I need to stand in front of that power word kill.
one, that's not how spells work. Specifically power would kill. She says, 2, no.
It's like, this is weird.
She says, okay, let's word it like this.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't give me the chance to defend myself, and let's say you do die, I'm still gonna die.
What happens if you die as you try to defend yourself?
I won't. I hate to break this to you, lover, but I have lived before you. And I've had people trying to kill me long before you.
Yeah.
Okay? And I'm sure I'll have more try to kill me in the future, whether you're there or not. Okay? So to say that I know how to take care of myself is an understatement. The reason I hired you was because I wanted someone to be able to watch my back, but not be my hands. So you defend me, yes, but also, like, hey Electra, bad guys,
She's so funny.
and let me try first.
Okay. Okay.
Okay? Because I can defend myself. And I know that the whole bodyguard thing is really plaguing your thoughts. And you're thinking very, I guess, Eastern in terms of bodyguard.
You know what I said? I'm a very loyal person. I'm loyal to a fault.
And she says, However,
You okay?
I am not
You don't seem like it.
an asshole. I would not ask you to sacrifice your life for me. That's ridiculous ask. And no amount of money should be worth that to you. So I will not ask that of you.
Okay.
That's why I'm rephrasing it.
Okay.
So the title is still bodyguard, but give me a chance to defend myself before you start rocking it. And if I'm about to fucking die, just run. Because you're not going to have anyone to pay you anyway.
He just kind of looks at you. Why would I run?
He won't exactly talk to me. I'm a little worried about him.
Why would you stay to die if I'm going to die anyway?
Well, because I accepted this job and I must see it to its end.
You don't have to.
Have to.
No, you don't.
Yeah. He's so...
Who are you?
Okay.
What are you?
A tiefling? He's so funny. I love this guy. I like you're in the present trying not to laugh because that was probably the funniest thing that he said that to her.
She's like, you know what? Never mind. Let's just put it
Mm-hmm.
and end it
Mhm.
at I can defend myself
Okay.
and you can help,
Okay.
but no more killing for you unless I tell you to.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So you can knock people out.
Okay.
You can punch them.
Okay.
You can hit them with the hilt of your axe.
Mm-hmm.
But that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Unless I say otherwise.
Okay. I can do that.
Cool. There's a reason I have like Disintegrate and Shatter and Thunderwave.
Yeah. Would you like a sandwich?
Sure.
Okay. He gives you a sandwich.
She takes a deep breath and she stares at it for a second, but she eats it.
You eat it. It's a delicious BLT. You've actually never had food that ever tasted like this before. Just like it's scary. I was kidding.
She says, this tastes different.
Yeah?
She says, I've had these kinds of sandwiches before, but they don't really taste like it.
Put a little different meat in it that we could prepare in the East.
What is it?
It's just instead of a bacon, it's like kind of a other thin type of meat.
Yeah.
Pork meat.
Okay. That's cool.
Her in her head, it's poison, it's poison, it's poison.
She's contemplating it. She's thinking like it's poison, but she's also like, this man literally just said he was gonna die for me. I don't
really
think
don't think it.
Which is why she ate the food, because she was like, this dude literally is fucking hung up on the fact that bodyguards are supposed to die for their person.
He's crazy, but also
Literally her thinking he's crazy.
but also like this. Why is this man so interesting? Because he's crazy.
Literally her.
Game's like you're interesting. That's what he says out
She was
loud.
like, did he just say that?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I don't know. No one's ever told me that if I was a bodyguard that I should run if they're gonna die.
Well, if it's a for sure that I'm going to fucking die, why the fuck would you die? Try and sacrifice your life for that?
I don't know.
For someone that's not gonna make it anyway?
I don't know.
I don't know either, because I definitely fucking wouldn't.
That's fair.
I'm holding you up to those standards. You have to do that too.
What do you mean?
If you ever see me dying, you just turn and fucking run.
Oh. I do that.
She blinks. Why?
I'm loyal to this job. I can't do it.
You just met me 4 months ago! And you're already trying to jump off a cliff and die for me?
That's. I mean, well, you already said my new job description. It's so funny. Oh,
Just a little concerned at the things that you would do if I just told you to do it.
well, that's kind of like the whole thing, isn't it?
You can still say no! You can have opinions! I would like to hear them, actually!
Right.
them.
No.
But I can tell you it's not
He's like,
She's like holding her head. She's like, oh fucking no, shit like this. She's like, okay. Instead of having me ask, just say your opinions.
oh, okay.
Just say them. So if you have an opinion, just say it. If you have a thought, just say it. Just say it.
Do you like the sandwich?
Yes.
Okay,
It's good. Thank you.
cool.
Thank you for not poisoning me.
I'm glad you know I'm not putting poison in these things.
Fairly certain.
Because if it was, I think I'd be dead too.
Yes. You would be dead too, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Unless you had a tolerance or whatever.
No, it doesn't work that way.
Maybe you're of a certain race that. Never mind. You know what? It doesn't matter.
I'm only
Not
resistant to fire.
I'm resistant to nothing.
Do you have a second?
Little will she know. Kane's like in the present, and now you're resistant to necrotic damage.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I'm also resistant to celestial. What is it? Radiant.
He's like, look, you got 2 up on me. Chuckles.
I don't know which one's more valuable, not being able to burn or necrotic and radiant.
Probably necrotic valiant, all I'm running about.
I suppose it's true.
Back to the past. The night passes.
I'm gonna get some food.
Go get some food.
I want a Snicky. I love these pants. They're so
They look comfortable.
They're so comfy. I'm wearing them.
I love talking as characters as his fucking broken ass voice.
It's funny.
It's so funny, I love it. This is how you would sound, Mary, if when your throat's dying and you're still doing DnD.
Literally.
It's so funny.
Yes, well, that's why I'm here. To ask for your help. Jason never talked about it. But he did some things for Sunny. Said something.
What you making?
What do you want to hear, Jocelyn? I want to hear
I'll see.
killing people because they are inconvenient for some.
Ugh.
Of course it's wrong. Then why are you hesitant? I don't know. She's asking questions.
I really think Kane was the funniest bitch the first year she met him. I feel like he was the funniest bitch the first year Electra met him. Like,
Electra's stupid.
girl, he's stupid too. I also figure that he actually would talk a lot more than he would be silent. He just says the weird things.
It's hard to say weird shit. She's just like.
I was right.
I feel like he makes her speechless.
More than she makes him speechless. She's like, you're so gorgeous and handsome. And he's like, thanks. And he's like, and then he'd be like, so I washed your boots because they were dirty. She'd be like, what?
You're so gorgeous and handsome. I had someone call me that once, and now they're dead.
Yeah, it'd be like the weird offhand comments because he's like, oh, she's not flirting with me. She's just like that.
Even though she said you'd fall in love with me.
Still, I bet in reality, I'm like, Drew's like, so why didn't you like question out Spring? He's like, to be honest, I kind of forgot about the bet for year 1 and year 2. And Lecture's like, how did you fucking forget?
She's literally hitting on him so fucking hard.
She's like, you forgot? And Kane's like, yeah, that was probably the reason why I didn't think you were flirting with me. I thought you were just like that.
Oh, you were just like that.
And so I was like, oh, she's just talking to me. Lecture's like, what do you mean?
Anyway, you know.
Yeah, but it's nighttime now as Kane sets up his tent to sleep.
She says it hers.
So yours.
She moves it closer to her.
Close face. He doesn't seem to notice.
She goes in her tent.
You go to your tent.
And she sleeps.
You sleep. And basically, it kind of repeats again. Like where, but this time, Electra's been monitoring Kane more often than she likes to admit around that time. And then Kane, the president, was like, "You kept a pretty close eye on me after that conversation."
I don't know what you're talking about.
She actually doesn't remember that. She's just saying that.
Yeah, she's definitely just saying that. She's just like, I don't know what you're talking about.
He chuckles and he pokes her neck.
Nah. She was like, you made a face.
I did make a face now that I remember.
I didn't like it.
How did you like it?
It made me uncomfortable.
Made you uncomfortable?
Yeah, because I made that face.
You didn't make that face. Oh, they both remember. And he's like, it was funny telling you that the bodyguard's supposed to throw herself in the line of fire.
I wasn't gonna let you do that.
I really thought that was my whole purpose.
Then I thought you were stupid.
I guess I kind of was. After all, I forgot you were flirting with me for the entire first year.
She chuckles. She says, yeah, I just call everyone my lover.
Honestly, I wouldn't even focus on the fact you called me your lover.
Obviously, you had a lot going on that head of yours.
I was just thinking about my next meal.
Big thoughts.
Back then, that's all I really had to look forward to. The next time I got to eat. I guess my next part of when I started looking forward was our next little adventure, so I thought they were fun in a little weird way.
What do you mean a weird way?
It was just funny to see the people's faces when you're messing with them. Chuckles. And the weird bar fights I'd get into.
That I hated. That usually ended up with someone dead.
And y'all basically skip over in the past to the end of the first year. And you and Kane are back on the road again. As Kane says, I think you both are looking at a map together. Kane's like holding it out as you're looking at it. He's like, I think one of the Irish people were located in this town right here.
Perfect.
I heard they got lots of money.
Then I suppose that's where we're to go.
I think that's good. Last I heard they own a tailor shop, maybe? I think that's what I got from the guy I bought those cookies from.
The tailor shop?
Yeah, they own a tailor shop. Or owned or owns, I don't remember.
I know, tailor. What city is it in?
This one is not the tailor of the other lady. He says it's in Benjaminville.
She says,
It's known as the Lady Silken. That's a pretty thing. Have you been to this?
no. I know she had a previous one, a different one, but...
Yeah, I didn't see anything. Well, one of the people that are after us there, but I think this one was the one that was bothering us yesterday.
Okay.
We should probably camp out first before we head into the city since it's getting late.
Sounds brilliant.
He sets up, as you set your stuff down, he starts to set up your tent.
We've been over this.
But it's right there. I'm setting up mine, so I might as well set up yours.
But, like, I can do it.
Okay.
How many times do we have to have this conversation? Don't just do random nice things.
Oh, okay. Please think about... Oh, no.
Just like, gosh.
Oh. Okay. Should I ask you before I do a nice thing then? To you?
Never mind. Just don't do my tent, okay?
Okay.
Just don't do the tent. It's fine.
Okay.
She goes and does her tent.
You start putting your tent up as he puts his up. So it's gonna rain tonight.
It's gonna rain. It'll be fun.
I think we'll be fine.
I like the rain.
You like the rain?
Mm-hmm.
We don't get a lot of rain in the east.
We get not a lot, but we get somewhere from where I was from.
You know, it's
He finishes her thing.
he sets up his tent. He starts to start a fire.
And she sits by it.
You sit by it.
She watches him.
And he starts to cook.
What you making?
I just think I'll make a stew today.
Cool.
It's getting kind of cold, so.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like getting a little chilly. I think it's about to be winter in the west.
Doesn't seem that cold.
I guess it's just cold to me. It's pretty hot in the east.
You are. What you doing?
Yeah,
She chuckles.
that's true.
She says, well, I can't wait to try it. I'm sure it'll be delicious as always.
Do you like my food?
Duh.
Is that why you haven't been eating out as often?
But if you're gonna cook, I might as well eat what you cook.
That's true.
You always ask anyway.
Well, yeah. I think it's like the nice thing to do. I cook. You should eat too.
I suppose.
Plus, it's good to eat good, so.
Yeah. In her head, she's like, are you telling me I'm skinny?
That's funny. But he finishes cooking and he gives you a bowl.
She eat the food.
Eat the food. It's good.
I love it. Great. Fantastic.
Thank you.
You should be a cook.
I should.
Hmm?
Mm. No, I don't think it's just fit for me.
This is, well, if you ever quit your day job, you have potential.
My day job's 24/7, so.
If you ever quit it,
He says, nah, fighting's all I've known, so I'm gonna just stick with it.
doesn't have to be all you know.
It's kind of what I was made to be.
I disagree.
You disagree?
Oh,
How so?
that's all you were made to be, then you wouldn't cook and you wouldn't do nice things. And you wouldn't talk.
That's true, I guess.
That's not what I thought when I first met you anyway.
What did you say when you first met me?
Not a fighter, if that's what you're saying, or a whatever you think you are.
Interesting.
I saw a tiefling that was looking pretty down on his luck. So I figured, why not give him a shot?
Interesting. It'd be my first choice, that's for sure.
Hmm?
Would it be my first choice?
What would your first choice be?
I don't know. Probably stay away from him.
Why?
I don't know. Most people think I'm scary, so.
You're not scary.
I mean, you saw it with the people at the bar.
What people?
What the bar we were at like 3 days ago.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What about him?
Oh, they just didn't want to be near me, so. Every time
Well, obviously, because you're too intimidatingly pretty.
yeah, like when I go up to the table, they get up and move away.
Yeah, because how are they going to stand in your presence? You're just too fucking beautiful.
Chuckles. He's like, no, they were scared of me.
I think you're wrong. I've seen the opposite.
Really?
I think they're all just too shy to talk to you.
Chuckles. He's like, that'd be interesting. And he says, yeah. Well, except for that one guy that called me why the devil in the bar, so.
Who?
Some guy, I don't remember his face or anything.
What bar?
It was the one we went at 4 days ago. The one I was talking about people moving away. It's also why the bartender didn't serve me any drinks.
See, these are things you need to tell me in the moment.
Oh. Why?
So I can handle it accordingly.
But they weren't doing anything. They were just saying things.
No. If someone insults you, they insult me. And you should take it as such.
He's like, what?
So next time someone insults you, tell me.
I mean, as first someone said something bad about you, so I punched them in the face. That's why that bar fight happened 2 days ago.
What did they say?
Oh. They were like, he's like thinking. He's like, I don't know, it was disrespectful. I don't really remember. It just felt disrespectful, so I just punched him.
Well, the same goes for you. If someone insults you, you should also punch them in the face.
Okay.
Or you can tell me.
Okay.
And I'll handle it accordingly.
No.
Jesus, but don't let them get away with it.
Okay.
Because I wouldn't. And you reflect me, of course.
I guess that makes sense to me.
She smiles.
He's like, oh, I cleaned your liar off, by the way.
Why?
Oh, because it was getting dirty.
You didn't have to.
No, I also restringed it, so.
I mean, you didn't have to.
No, I didn't have to, but I was already cleaning my stuff and it looked like it needed to be tended to, so I just tended to it.
She stares at him blankly.
He stares at you blankly.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
If fucking what are those fucking shows? The MTV prank shows. That's what she imagines. Like, I imagine every time he does something nice, she looks around waiting for someone to pop out and be like, boom!
Yeah.
Prank you!
But then she actually goes into her liar and it is restringed and clean. She's like, what?
And she says, that's fucking weird. Not out loud.
Yeah. And he says, be careful, also your coat is getting a tear in it.
Takes it off.
Sew it up.
You know how to sew?
Mm-hmm. He sticks his hand out. For the
You
coat.
really would be a great house husband.
Well, it's just things I learned on the road to make sure I can keep my stuff in good shape.
Or you could just marry me and then we could make the house husband a reality.
It's only been a year. It's so funny.
Did you forget the bet?
What bet?
The bet where you're supposed to fall in love with me?
Oh, that
in 3
bet?
years?
I forgot about it. He's so funny. Was I supposed to remember it? Was it important?
Well, you get fired if you fall in love with me. So I guess it's semi-important.
Oh, I guess it is semi-important.
And also, if you win, you get whatever you want.
In his head, he really wanted to say the sweet release of death. I bet Kane, the present day, chuckles. He's sure like him.
She says, what?
If you now is probably gonna punch me if I say this.
What?
When you said you get anything you want in my head back then, I was like, the sweet release of death.
She popped him.
No, leave me alone.
She popped him again.
No.
She said, why did you think that?
Because I was like, it was a joke even then.
That's not a joke.
That's why I didn't say it back then.
I would have been horrified.
I know, that's why I didn't say it.
Especially after trying to fucking convince you not to sacrifice
I
your
know,
life.
that's why I didn't.
She shakes her head.
But your present day, the past, and you're like, he's like, yeah, that's fair. He's like, oops, I forgot. Basically. I guess I'll have to remember that better then. I forgot about it. Whoops.
Mildly important.
Oh. But why would we get married within a year? That's pretty fast. Says him, that's so him, he's so funny. Plus I heard there's an 80% divorce rate. I'm just kidding, doesn't say that.
Have you met me?
I guess not well enough.
Never mind. Just fuck it.
He's so funny.
I was just flirting with you. God forbid.
Oh. Was that what it was? I've never been flirted with, so I thought you were just saying things. They were joking.
She holds her head.
They were joking.
She says, no. I was flirting.
Oh,
I take it all back then.
okay. That's fair.
We're just gonna act like it never happened. Okay? Okay.
Okay. He starts actually sewing up your coat. What?
Nothing. Imagine she literally like grabs her fucking like water and it's just like
He's like, I've never had a target this difficult before. How do I change my tactics?
she's literally like, he's stupid. He's stupid.
How do I change my tactics?
Dumb.
Okay. I sure miss my friends. In his mind.
I sure miss my friend.
Like, why is this man so stupid? Is actually just grieving still. He's like, well, I guess it's sweet for you to flirt with me. Is that how? He's so funny. But he took it all back, so I guess I can't say that. He's so funny.
We'll just act like it didn't happen.
Okay.
We just looks like you're gonna get what you want. You're gonna win the bet.
We can still be friends.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
I know Electra's laughing because it may about that
She's
shit.
cackling.
Okay, I'll be quiet.
He says, you don't have to be quiet.
Stay quiet.
Oh, you're ridiculous.
I don't know what to say. I think it's funnier to make it more stupid.
She just stares at him for like a good minute.
Hands you back your coat.
Thanks. My God.
I guess I'll go to my tent now.
Good night. She feels like a failure.
It's so funny. In his mind, he's like, he ain't the bitches that just like, oh my god, pretty woman. He's like, wow, look at a human being in the world. Hello, human being. They treat with respect. She's like, what the fuck?
She's used to fucking assholes.
But he's just like,
Because that's kind of all she was allowed to see.
and now she's like, here's a good human being that actually treats me like a person.
Then she's like,
He must be stupid. He is kind of a little stupid.
he's a little stupid if he can't even pick up that she's flirting with him.
He is. I guess it was because again, he just has so lost the little.
I just don't think that he cared.
No, he really didn't.
So his brain just didn't register because he just didn't care.
He's just like, okay. But you see him go to his tent.
She sits out there for a minute.
He sat there.
And it's like thinking to herself, like, this motherfucker is dense. She'll go to her tent.
Look at her tent. And the rain happens. As you hit your tent.
And she peeks out.
You peek out.
Mm-hmm.
It's raining.
How hard?
I'd say it's like not light, but not heavy. It's like the medium type of rain.
She thinks for a minute, and then she takes off her shoes,
They're for shoes.
and she puts her socks away,
Put your socks away.
and she goes out in the rain,
You got in the rain.
and she just sits there,
You sit there.
and she closes her eye,
You close your eyes.
and she lay down, and she looks at the rainfall.
With the rainfall. As you do, you hear footsteps approach you.
She looks.
You see, Kane has an umbrella and he holds it over you.
Oh, you're ruining it.
Oh, you meant to do this on purpose?
What else would I be doing?
Oh, and he pulls back the umbrella.
She chuckles. And she says, how did you think I got out here?
Oh,
I didn't walk.
I guess that's true.
And why would I have no shoes on?
Oh, that makes sense.
Why are you awake?
He's like, I don't sleep much. I have to stay alert.
Sleep more?
Sleep more? Oh, that's hard.
Why?
I'm just not much of a sleeper.
Okay. You know what? Maybe I asked too much of him.
You don't ask anything at all.
Huh?
You don't ask anything at all.
She just doesn't even respond. She closes her eyes and just resumes what she was doing.
You do what you do and you hear him walk away.
She glances at where he goes.
You glance at where he goes and he goes to the tent.
As long as the rain's just like a drizzle, she'll probably hang out there for a little bit.
Yeah, you hang out there.
And she definitely tied her hair up so it doesn't get dirty.
Mm-hmm. You just sit in the rain. It's nice.
And then after a while, she go back to her tent.
You better go back to your tent. Because it starts to get windy because you think it's just the after effects.
And she's cold. And so she changes out of her clothes.
Yeah, you change your dry clothes.
And then she goes back to sleep.
You go back to sleep. And it's morning.
Wow.
What do you do?
She peeks out of her tent.
You see Kane's tent is on the ground. And you see Kane sleeping out on the outside.
She walks out.
You walk out.
She looks at why Kane's on the ground.
He's sleeping on the ground, and you see his tent seems to have has broken.
She, is he wet?
A little bit.
She grabs her tent and takes it down.
You take it down.
And she puts it up around him.
Put it up around him.
She's like, he's so fucking stupid. And and she moves her stuff to the tent. So, like, it's still inside the tent. And she moves his stuff into the tent, too. And then just leaves him there and just sits out by the fire.
She's like,
as she stokes it.
He comes out of your tent. He's like, what happened? What? He looks confused.
I should ask you that question, mister. My tent broke.
Oh, it broke, so I just slept outside.
Are you stupid?
Was I not supposed to do
I
that?
have a tent!
Well, we can't fit both of us.
We definitely could have figured it out!
She chuckles.
I also have spells!
I forget.
Like Tiny Hut! Oh my god, you just slept in the rain for nothing!
It's okay, I've done it before.
She pops him.
Hey, this is the first time she's popped in.
Yeah.
Why'd you hit me?
Because you said something stupid!
I wasn't.
And you deserve to get hit if you say something stupid!
But it's true.
She pops him again.
Ow. I didn't sign up for this.
Well, then I guess you'll be quitting soon.
No?
She hits him again.
Hey.
She narrows her eyes and crosses her arms.
He
You're
doesn't.
lucky if you don't get a cold.
He shuts his mouth.
What?
No, I'm gonna get hit if I say it.
Say it!
No.
Say
I
it!
don't want to get hit.
Say it!
I don't want to get hit.
Say it.
It's like when they start becoming friends, and he's like, "Well, it's okay if I get a cold. It's just a cold."
She raises her hand.
No, don't hit me. Don't hit me. No.
You think about what you just said.
I think this is when they became friends. They were just. He's like, "Well, we have to go to the city where ours is
Of course.
lackeys."
And I'll handle it.
Okay.
I mean that.
I know, you mean it. He points at you.
Don't do that. Copy me.
It's funny.
Don't do that.
What?
Don't make that face.
No. I didn't make any face.
You made a face.
Nope, I did not.
You did. That's the face you made.
That's the face I made?
Mm-hmm. Smug.
I just think you're funny.
I'm not funny.
Yeah, you are.
I'm serious.
You're serious. Make the most serious face you can.
She drops everything.
It's funny because I bet that's not really the most serious she can get.
Oh no.
He copies you.
What are you doing?
Just teasing you.
Why?
It's funny.
She turns away, crosses her arms,
He chuckles.
and pouts.
He chuckles. He says, "I'll let me cook breakfast then and we can get on our way."
She does.
They cook some eggs and bacon.
Yum.
That's all I have until we get to the next town.
That's okay.
Okay.
She thinks to herself, she's like, I've went days without eating. I don't know why the fuck. He's like, and they have egg and bacon. She's like, we can also just eat in cities, you know. You don't have to cook if you don't have the supplies.
I know, I like to cook though, so.
Really? You like to cook?
Yeah.
Thought all you could do was fight.
And that too.
She rubs her head. Oh, okay. As you do. Never mind.
And yeah. He gives you the food and you'll head out. You go to the place. The city. Jane's like, "So should we stop by the tailor first then?
Sure.
Was there anywhere else you want to go? Before we have to hightail it out of here?"
I mean, if you want to buy food,
Well, yeah, I do.
then we can buy food first.
He buys some supplies. You can tell he's very particular about how he spends his money.
You should be like a millionaire at this point.
I'm not.
Then how much money do you have?
20 gold pieces.
Why? I give you 100 a week.
Well, I gotta take the money to other places. Like when I'm gone for that day. Every 3 months.
You can tell me if you're being extorted.
No, I'm not being extorted.
If it's blackmail, you can tell me too.
It's not blackmail.
I can handle it.
It's not blackmail.
I can deal with it.
It's not blackmail.
Okay. I guess. She says, and how exactly are we going to handle the tailor?
Well, I hear that the person like is the owner, so they're always there for
Mhm.
one. That's all I kind of know about them, really, though.
Okay.
I don't know if they have the markings on the back of their neck.
You can see when we get there. We need to establish it now. Are we going to for information, or are we going to just kill them?
Probably not kill them because it hasn't really been protecting our asses. And
Not really. But I figured I'd ask.
I guess maybe this time we'll go for information, and then if push comes to shove, then we kill them.
I'll make a scene.
What kind of scene?
A blow up the tailor shop scene. That's why I have fireball.
We could also just, well, besides the killing part, we can just intimidate them or whatever.
To do what?
I don't know, give us information.
Yeah, we can try that first.
Or maybe just sneak around the tailor shop while they're tied up or something.
Mm-hmm. We can do that. Works for me.
Works for me too.
Be-do-do-do.
Did you go in the tailor shop
Mm-hmm.
and you see like some halfling guy and he's like, come on in. And the tailor shop is full of people, so.
There goes blowing up the place. Well, she looks around at what kind of people are in here.
Common folk.
Any kids?
Yeah.
Can't blow up the place.
No, we can't.
She says, hello, sir.
Well, hello, madam. How may I help you today?
I wanted to look at some of your tailored items.
That sounds good. Yes, come over here.
She checks for his mark.
Roll an arcana check.
22.
Has a mark, yes.
She nudges King.
Okay, nods. And he's like, alright, take a look at this selection here. I'll have my assistant help take care of you as I go help these people. I promise I'd help over here.
Mm-hmm.
And he walks over there. And this lady comes up to you. I was like, oh my god, what are you gonna try? Or like to you.
Does she have a mark too?
No, for sure not. Seems like that's actually the only employee that has it, the owner.
She kind of lets Kane kind of observe as she distracts the lady.
Mm-hmm. Kane's like looking a bit.
She's like, ooh, I'll try on this.
And she's like, go over to the dressing room.
Okay.
Try this on.
She goes to the dressing room.
Go to the dressing room. Try it on. Or do you try it on?
Mm-hmm.
It looks good.
She's like, ooh, look at this. This is pretty.
And she's like, I know, it's actually like one of our designer dresses.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
It's not too bad.
Sadly, we don't have anything for him over there. As she like said, gestures toward him.
Why?
And he's like, we don't have any clothes fit to tailor tieflings around here. I'm sorry.
Oh.
She actually looks apologetic.
It's okay.
Yeah, the owner just doesn't really order those type of clothing.
Mm. The owner doesn't?
Mm-hmm.
Who's the owner?
Oh, it's him over there. Points towards the guy half.
Oh, he's the owner. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was just, like the manager or something.
No, he owns the place. He works every day.
That's interesting. I heard from a friend that I should try this place out.
Mm-hmm.
Her name is Iris.
And she's like, oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know Iris, but maybe I guess she must be a big sponsor if someone like you shows up to our shop.
She nods and she says, yeah, she talks about the place quite often. She said that she knows your owner actually, so I wanted to have a nice chat with him, but it seems like he's busy.
Really? He'll probably be free in the next few minutes, and I'll tell him that you want to talk to him.
Okay, I'll wait.
Mm-hmm.
In the meantime, I'll buy this dress.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. And she said the price tag's on the left sleeve.
She checks it.
It's only 120 gold pieces. Pretty good price, actually.
Yeah, she'll buy it.
Yeah, you buy it. You're just looking around at clothes that obviously don't fit him.
She goes and gets King.
And he says, so what's up?
He's gonna come talk to us in a moment.
That's good. And he comes back and he's like, how can I help you today?
I I was recommended this place.
You're recommended?
Mm-hmm.
By who?
Iris Draven.
Irish Draven. What a quite popular name.
Yeah, quite.
And he says, I hope you like the clothing so far then.
I do. It's all up to standards, and she has quite high ones, so.
Yes, that is true. She does have quite high ones. And he says, sadly, we don't have anything for your +1 here.
That's okay. She says, have you seen Iris come in here recently?
And he says, no, I have not.
Insight? 25.
Oh, he's a fat liar.
And she says, interesting. And you have no clue when she'll be back.
You never know when she shows up.
Hmm. And she says, perhaps you could call her.
Oh, I don't know if I can call her. She never picks up. But I could try to call her.
Go for
But
it.
you'd have to tell me a message you'd like to leave.
She'll message Kane and be like, ideas?
Maybe something to say to leave us alone or something? Or a threat? Or would that basically cause more shit to be on our tail?
I don't know. That's kind of the issue.
I'd say don't threaten. I think it's just gonna make things worse.
I mean, I could call her here, perhaps. Try and get her to come.
That'd be big. What would we do then?
I could try and convince her to stop killing me.
Sure, what do you have to convince her with, though?
I kill her. That's
Maybe
about it.
something else?
I
Possibly?
don't have anything else. She has money, so I can't bribe her with that.
And he says, I guess I'll give her the axe.
She pops him.
Chuckles. A little. Says, I'm not gonna kill.
She says, okay.
Can't even leave my side.
No. And she looks and she says, just tell her that Electra gets the point.
Okay, I'll let her know. And roll a perception check as you see him trying to cast sending.
18.
18. As you hear whispers about someone nearby saying, "What is a tiefling doing in a western shop? It doesn't fit here."
Someone says that?
Mhm.
She's trying to discern who it is.
Oh, are you looking around?
Yeah.
You see this guy who seems to be wearing the employee attire talking to someone else, and someone else is like, he can be here if he wants. This is not like a tiefling free establishment. And he's like, well, it ought to be. He's scaring off the customers. And the other guy's like, dude, just let him be. He's just chilling here. He's allowed to. And he's like, yeah, but he's disrupting everything. I mean, why should we have a hellborn in a shop like
She
this?
approaches.
You approach.
And she smiles at the person and says, I heard someone over here talking about my associate.
That one employee rats him out so fast. He points towards the guy that has been talking shit. He's like, this guy.
You want to reiterate?
No,
No,
it's all right.
please.
It's alright. I don't.
Repeat what you said.
No, I think I have to go stop the shelf.
You don't want a hellborn in here?
And everyone kind of starts looking towards the scene as Kane's like, oh shit, and he's like, no, I'm okay. Tieflings are great. She's so funny.
She looks him up and down and says, for somebody who's working a 9 to 5 in gaudy attire and has to listen to a halfling day in and day out, I think he's doing a bit better than you. How much do you get paid?
We can't disclose that, ma'am.
I bet it's not 100 gold pieces a week.
The guy next to him's like, damn, that's cool as fuck.
And you know why I pay him 100 gold pieces a week? Because unlike you, he's worth it.
God,
And you're not worthy of the air that you breathe.
And you could tell this is like sort of a teen, like he's a pretty young teen, working, as he's like basically sweating bullets.
She stares at him for a moment and says, "You're lucky you're a child. Otherwise you..." And she whispers this one. She says,
Yeah.
"You're lucky you're a child, otherwise you would not be walking out of this establishment. So perhaps you need to rethink your prejudices and think of the words you say before you speak them."
Yes.
And she says, "I think you owe..." And she pulls back and she says, "I think you owe someone an apology."
Oh. I'm sorry, ma'am.
No. Not me. The quote-unquote scary tiefling.
He kind of looks towards Kane, who looks towards the kid now. He's like, whoa. He gets even more scared when Kane looks at him. And he's like, I'm sorry, sir. You're free to stay in the shop as long as you like.
And she says, "And perhaps next time, instead of judging people based on the way they look, perhaps you should think about the quote-unquote scary tiefling and how he and his boss showed you mercy." It's a rare commodity nowadays.
He's like, oh.
Scurry along.
And he goes off to do the other shelves on the other side of the store.
She looks back at the halfling.
Like by the halfway, and he's like, hopefully she got the message. I never know if it goes through or not.
Hopefully. She looks at Kane.
He looks at you.
She messages him and she says, "We done here?"
I'd like to check the upstairs if we can. I don't know, with all the people around. I could distract him down here as you go upstairs.
Okay. She says, I'm going to go... Trying to think of a good lie. She says, "I think I saw a dress over there earlier that I liked. I'll be right back. So do you mind keeping my friend here company?"
Sure, I don't mind.
And she walks away. And she actually, discreetly walks out the door, casts greater invisibility, and then walks back in.
Yeah. No one's gonna be able to find you.
And she goes upstairs.
You go upstairs. Pretty quiet upstairs. You think the person, the owner lives up here. You see a door in front of you.
She opens it.
It's locked.
She sleight of hands it.
A little sleight of hand. It's gonna be pretty easy.
10.
10, yeah, that opens it. It's a little shoddy of a job of opening it, but you get it open.
She goes in and closes the door behind her.
Present day Electra. Actually no, past lecture or perception. It's pretty easy.
16.
As you look around the room, you're like, huh. And you're like, do. And eventually you, present day Electra, now that you're thinking about it, because you kind of were like, I don't really remember this, Kane. Kane's like, you went upstairs, what did you find? And now that you're present day Electra, you notice that there were weird things. Bone fragments. You found bone fragments. You found ritual items in that room. But they were the discreet ones, such as the candles and bone fragments, that you would have never paid attention to in the past, because you thought they were just measly weird decoration. But now you're present day Electra, and you now are like, ah, shit, that was ghost shit.
She tells Kane that.
Kane's like, oh shit, man, you're in a ghost territory.
I guess so.
I guess so.
Fuck if I knew.
Only the bad stuff only happened when we left, though. The only thing you told me you found out there was, in that Back to the Past, as Kane reiterates, is you, Electra, you come across a desk.
She goes to it.
And you see there's a kind of like a scroll like laid out.
She looks at it.
And you see a Speak with Dead scroll.
She takes it.
You take it.
Is that all she sees?
Yeah, that's the only thing that was really odd.
Okay. She pockets it.
And you pocket it.
And then, if that's all that's out of the ordinary,
Yeah.
she goes back downstairs and then
Mhm.
decasts greater visibility.
Yeah, and Kane's like, you see Kane talking to the guy, and he's like, yeah, we mostly wear silks in the East. And he's like, interesting. I heard it's really expensive to get over here. And he's like, it's pretty common in the East, so it's not too expensive.
And she says, I'm back.
Did you find the dress?
I couldn't find one that was my size, but it's okay.
And he's like, oh, we can custom make it for you.
Oh, don't worry about it. I already got this beautiful dress. She gestures to it.
No, well, I'm so glad you like it.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully we'll see you again soon.
Surely I will be back.
And you both leave. He says, what'd you find up there?
Oh, I just found a Speak with Dead scroll. She pulls it out.
Interesting. That's weird to have just laying around.
Yeah, so I took it. And she's gonna Arcana check it now that she's out to make sure it is just a
Mhm.
Speak with Dead scroll and nothing special. 18.
It seems like an amplified Speak with Dead scroll.
Weird.
You don't know what the amplification is, but it's like, it's just kind of stronger energy than what you'd expect a scroll to have. Especially with such a low level one.
She says, this is a little weird. It's a bit stronger than usual.
You see Kane's like staring blankly at the scroll, and he's like, how'd you notice that?
What do you mean?
How'd you notice it was stronger than the average scroll?
I sensed it.
Oh.
She chuckles. She says, why?
Oh, it doesn't sense like anything to me.
She laughs and she says, no, it's got, I'll put it like a smell, okay? We'll
Mhm.
compare it to smells. It's like when you're cooking something,
Mhm.
and it doesn't really smell very strong, but then you add spices to it, and then it suddenly smells very fragrant.
Mhm.
That's kind of what this is like. You just have the regular like ingredients, and they kind of smell like something, but then you add the spices, and then it's a little weird.
Oh, that makes sense.
That's what it is. And it feels a little...
Her thinking, can't you cast darkness and hellish rebuke?
She's just accepting the fact that he just doesn't know.
He just doesn't.
And she says, so I assume you can't cast anything?
No,
Oh, that's a little weird.
I just never had a magic ability to cast anything. That's why I'm good at hitting things.
Is that why Charm Person doesn't work on you?
No,
Why does Charm Person not work on you?
it's complicated.
Okay, I'll take that as you don't want to talk about it, so...
Yeah, we can save that for a later time.
Okay.
Little will she know about Bloodborne.
The bastard.
As y'all are leaving town, roll a perception check. Okay,
14.
Okay, gotta get this shit. Y'all are leaving, and you notice there's a carriage coming towards y'all.
Can she Arcana check it?
Yeah.
7.
Nothing magical in nature, but it's coming fast towards y'all.
She gestures to Kane.
Kane's like, now we gotta move out the fucking way.
She casts Dimension Door under them.
You can ask Dimension Door, and basically what it's like, it was fast. It was like,
Yeah, she casts it under them and casts it away.
yeah, so y'all are completely fine.
She watches the carriage.
And it comes to a complete halt.
What the fuck?
He's like, what the hell?
She prepares Fireball.
Kane, you see, like, prepares his axe as he slowly starts to approach the cart.
She holds him back, actually.
He stops.
And she just holds Fireball at the cart, just ready to go.
You hold fire above the cart, but no one comes out.
They kind of like, she rotates them so that they can see
Yeah.
in the cart.
Roll perception check to see if you, from the distance you're at. 'Cause I'd say like maybe 30 feet away.
9.
Kane will look for you. Kane says with a 20, there's no one in the cart. Present day then, it was haunted.
Fuck it then. She casts Fireball on it.
You cast Fireball. And roll that insight.
25.
You almost hear like a scream. Almost, even though there's no one in the cart. For sure, like Kane was like, because with that high, he was like, there's for sure no one. But you almost hear like the faintest, like, roll a charisma save. He's gonna be fine.
19.
15. You felt like something was trying to grab at you, but it quickly leaves.
That was weird.
He's like, that was weird.
Did you feel that? Like,
Yeah.
something tried to grab me.
Yeah, something tried to grab me too.
That was weird.
That was weird.
Well, the cart's gone now.
We don't have to worry about that.
She shrugs.
In present day, them.
Alicia's like, oh.
How both of them are holding their heads like, we're gonna get possessed.
Well, good thing we did it.
Good thing we did it indeed.
I think we also didn't get run over.
I would have been fine.
I wouldn't have.
That's why I'd push you up.
And I would have beat your unliving ass.
How do you beat a dead person?
By following your fucking soul and beating your ass.
Did Electra back then know how to do that?
No, and Electra right now doesn't know how to do that. But she'd figure it out either way.
He chuckles. But past you and Kane are looking at the cart like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And he's like, should we get the fuck out of here?
Yeah, probably.
I don't like this Irish woman.
Not a big fan of her either. She's tried to kill me for 2 years, man.
Why is she doing that for that long?
I don't know, maybe I pissed her off that bad.
Well, let's go to your next target.
Sounds good.
Basically, that is the year of N1. Where that was actually the last instance you and Kane, to specifically remember that was Iris, really. Until Kane's like, and y'all just kind of go through, it's like now, like maybe halfway year 3, year 2.
Yeah.
And you had a big target this time. You actually found one. You found a person, a woman whose husband just died. And she was looking to give away her assets.
Perfect.
And you and Kane are basically preparing as you and Kane are sitting at a camp nearby the city.
Lark is excited.
And Kane's just messing with the fire.
She watches Kane.
You watch him. He's been doing the same thing for the last year and a half.
She doesn't say anything. She just watches him.
He like looks up and looks at you.
She looks away.
He looks back down.
She looks at him.
Please look up.
Looks away.
Looks back down slowly.
She slowly looks back at him.
He's like, I know what you're doing.
What am I doing?
Looking at me.
What? Why would I look at you?
You've been doing it for the past year and a half. I don't see any reason why that would change.
She chuckled. She says, I can't help it.
You can't help it.
Of course not.
Because I'm too beautiful,
You're too handsome.
too handsome.
I can't pass up on it.
You can't pass up on it, huh?
I can't pass up on blessing my eyes.
with my face every day.
Yes! Every second of every day.
He chuckles a bit as he basically is cooking some snacks.
She watches him cook.
And he says, and if I'm so handsome, you must be so beautiful then?
Of course.
He chuckles.
Obviously. Can't be in my line of work and be ugly.
He chuckles. I don't know, I've seen a couple ugly parts in my life. He chuckles.
Wrong line of work.
He said wrong line of work indeed. And he gives you some of the snacks he's made.
She pockets them. Excited.
He says, so what's the plan? Am I staying outside for this?
No.
No.
I think we can play it a different way, but I have to see first.
You have to see.
Because she's recently widowed, which means her husband died, which could imply that she's just looking to give away her money to people. So, instead of charming her in the traditional way, we're gonna charm her.
We're gonna charm. Okay. I've never charmed someone.
You don't have to say anything.
Except, I don't know. I've charmed no one before.
She says, all you have to do is one thing.
What is it?
Wear this. It's a ring.
Oh? Where do I... He puts it on, like, his right hand, like, middle finger.
No.
Oh.
She puts it on the right finger.
Oh. Okay.
You put it on that hand.
Okay.
Okay? And she says, and I'll have a matching one.
You have a matching one. Where's your matching one?
She pulls it out. She says, right here.
Well, he's gonna be, like, you notice he's been teasing more. And he's like, well, I gotta put it on your finger. Isn't that how it works in the West?
No! And she puts it on herself.
He chuckles.
She's like, okay, chill out.
He chuckles.
And she says, so what we're going to do is we're going to play like we are husband and wife, madly in love, but poor.
Okay.
We really need money.
I can do that. He starts picking up some dirt and about to throw it on his face.
She says, not that poor.
Oh, okay.
She says, but I have some things prepared. And she gets him like some, not tattered boots, but almost tattered. And she gets him some almost tattered pants, an almost tattered shirt. And she says, wear this. Okay. And I'll wear this. She puts it on.
Yep, the above change.
And she says, and now sadly, I have to ruin the pretty hair of yours.
Okay.
She ruffles it up.
As you're ruffling up, you notice there's a little scratch under his cheek.
What happened?
What?
Right here.
Right where?
2 points.
Oh. You know that when the glass broke in the restaurant?
Yeah.
It got me across the face a bit.
She heals it.
You feel it?
You could just tell me. I could just heal it.
Well, I didn't know it was there
I
until
have healing.
I didn't know it was there until you pointed it out. It's pretty small. Don't huff. Don't stop huffing. Your face is gonna get stuck like that.
I hope it does.
I hope
So everyone knows that you made me feel disdain.
and then you'll never be able to do your job properly.
Guess I'll have to find a different day job.
I mean, I could just become a mercenary.
She pops him.
Oh, what?
No!
I mean, they put money on the table.
Yeah, the money that you don't use.
Yeah, you could just use it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't say anything.
Don't say anything.
That's all you have to do with the lady.
Okay.
Just don't say anything.
Okay.
I'll handle the talking.
Okay.
Okay? Because it's a little different of a mission,
Mm-hmm.
right? But all we have to do is pretend to be husband and wife.
Mm-hmm.
And we can say we have a kid.
Okay.
Our poor little... What's the kid name?
He's actually gonna say, I think I'm gonna, his little brother, I know this is probably gonna be named out names, is gonna be like Axel.
Poor little Axel. Starving at home. How would he live?
Yeah. That's good. In his head, yes, my little brother.
She says, so that's what we'll do. So we have a son named Axel, and he's 5 years old.
Yeah. That works.
Why are you making that face?
What face?
Never mind. Okay, and he's 5,
Mm-hmm.
alright? And right now he's staying with my brother,
Mm-hmm.
because we have to work to make ends meet.
Mm-hmm.
And we're fighting so hard.
Yeah.
We just need help.
That works.
She smiles. She says, so just be a loving husband, and that's all you have to do.
Okay.
No different than what you already do.
Scratches his head. I guess so.
You are a house husband.
Not really.
You really are.
Daddy, what?
Not literally! Oh my gosh. You still, after all of these years.
What? The bet?
Oh. Metaphors,
Mm-hmm.
Kane. Metaphors. They exist. Crazy, I know. So no, I'm not saying you are a house husband. I'm saying you act like one.
Mm-hmm.
I shouldn't have to specifically say that.
Okay.
She holds her head. We're fucked.
He frowns.
Don't
This is
frown.
the first time he's ever frowned.
Don't do that. I don't like that. Don't do that.
What?
She puts her hand on his face.
You gotta say that.
She's like, stop.
What?
She literally is like, stop.
What's wrong?
I don't like it.
Like what?
She pulled her hand back.
You want his hand back?
Is he still frowning?
A little bit.
She covers his face again.
What? What's going
She
on?
says, I don't want to see that.
See what?
That face you're making.
I don't know what face I'm making. Oh. Okay, I'll stop. He stops.
Why are you making that face?
I don't know.
trust you.
What do you mean?
There's a year and a half all down the drain. All of the trust we built is gone.
Oh, are you still thinking I'm gonna poison you?
No, but I think you're extorting. You're being extorted. And being blackmailed.
You
perhaps.
really believe that?
Yeah.
He's like, well, I had a lot of enemies and have some enemies, so.
Who?
Well, I mean, they're all over in the east, so.
We'll have to take a trip.
Maybe one day we're busy here.
For now.
I mean, the only enemy here is like this guy that,
She's like staring intensely.
Let's go on with the mission,
This
Chuck.
guy?
Let's go on with the mission.
Who?
Let's go.
What's he look like? What did he do?
Doctor.
What's his name?
Maybe a guy who tried to poach me for my horns.
What's his name?
His name is Excalibur. Singleton.
What's he look like?
What's the mission, Electra? The mission.
What's he look
A
like?
half orc.
Perfect. She pulls out her journal and writes it down.
He's like, Electra, it's fine.
The mission!
He like gives you little eyes, like nothing.
What?
Nothing.
You were saying the mission?
Pokes you.
What's that for?
Just poking you.
She nudges him.
He nudges you.
How dare you do that to your bodyguard?
I can't believe it.
You're a bodyguard!
I'm such an awful bodyguard.
You are! How dare you nudge me?
I must have broken all your bones.
I am.
That.
She falls out on the floor. How will I live?
I have no idea. And he actually wraps you up in a blanket and rolls you.
What the
He's
fuck?
I guess I'll have to carry you like this from now on.
No!
He picks you up like a fucking sack.
No!
He's
Let me
like,
out.
oh no, what am I gonna
Let
do?
me out!
And he laughs as he sets you down and rolls you out.
You're no fun.
I'm no fun?
No.
I guess I'm the most boring person to you now.
No, I said you'd only be that if you fell in love with me. Are you in love yet?
No. But I do care about you, so.
She looks away.
He laughs.
The mission.
Yep, the mission. He chuckles.
She crosses her arms. Come on.
You can't walk up like that, then you'll just be an angry wife at your husband. He chuckles.
And that's perfect. You gambled all our money away.
I gambled it all
Our
away.
poor child Axel, how will he live?
Well, I can't say anything because I decided to be mute. Because I also sold my book.
They cut out your tongue!
They cut out my tongue, so I guess I can't say anything.
It's pretty bad.
I gambled away my tongue and all of our money. Chuckles.
She's laughing her ass off. She says, I guess you did.
He chuckles.
What's the next? Your eyeballs?
Yeah. Oh, he closes his eyes. Can't see.
No!
Oh no, where am
Can't
I?
lose those. They're pretty. I like looking into those.
You like looking at my eyes?
Yeah.
And he's like, and he laughs.
Come on.
Next, I'll shave my beard.
No. No. I draw lines. That's a line.
He's like, I can't believe you draw a line in my beard.
What do you mean?
He's like, I don't look no different.
That's a lie. Bullface.
That's a bald face line.
Everyone would find you beautiful, perfect, amazing, and approach you. You'd be more approachable.
If only I had pictures of me.
You'd be more approachable, and that's the problem.
He chuckles. I used to have portraits of me that don't have a beard, when I don't have my beard.
And I'm sure you had quite many suitors.
He actually stays quiet on that one. He's like, yeah.
And now I'm winning, so.
Well, at least you aren't abusive, so that's good. Chuckles.
She stares at him.
Oh,
What?
nothing.
No?
Just I had a few exes that weren't that good. It's alright.
You know what?
What?
I'm just gonna stop questioning the words you say.
I think that's good.
I think it'd be better for my life, Leon.
We don't have to worry about them.
I do.
They're all just in the east. Or in the west.
And we're going to the east at some point.
Yeah, but they're having their own lives outside of
They're
me.
about to have no lives.
Electra, they're not doing anything.
They did something, and that's what matters.
It's okay. We have other things we need.
No! It's not okay.
It's okay. We have other things we have to focus on.
Okay, and you're telling me
'Cause
that if I had somebody who did that, you would not be like, "Grr, I'm going to kill him." Because I've seen you do it.
Okay, fine. But they're always after your thought or something.
Sanity, being after your sanity is important too.
They aren't sending me letters.
And I'm going to kill them as to make sure they don't.
Let's go rob the lady.
Fine. She follows.
He doesn't know where he's going.
She leads.
You go to the place.
She says, "This is it."
Okay, so you lead.
Mm-hmm.
I lost my tongue in gambling.
Not literally.
chuckles,
Just
he's
say
like-
you lost
he-
the money.
He chuckles. He was like, "That's fine.
We'll just say we lost our money. We're not. I'll pick it up on the fly.
We were robbed."
We were robbed. That's a good one.
I think that's a good one. So at least makes her have more sympathy if she's sympathetic. Unless she's a bitch, we'll find out.
If she's a bitch, then I suppose we'll have to reassess and come back.
Sounds good to me.
She approaches with Kane.
You approach with Kane.
And she, are they at her house?
Yeah, there are us.
She knocks.
You're not. And you see a tall human woman open the door. And she's like, "Hello."
She says, "Hi, is there any way you could spare a moment?"
Yes, I'm free right now.
She says, "Me and my husband, we're new to town, and we are struggling a bit, you see."
And she says, "What happened?"
And she says, "Well, on our way here, our money, all of it, our life savings was stolen from us, and all we could do was protect our child, Axel."
Roll a deception check.
I hate her. I hate her so much. 30.
Oh dear. The bandits on the road have gotten pretty vicious as of late. I'm so sorry.
She nods and she says, "So we're trying to figure some things out and find a place to stay and whatnot. And this was the biggest house, so I figured I'd come ask if you know the city well."
Well, I do know the city very well. Well, it so happens I'm giving some of my places away, and I do have a place nearby here that you could stay at for a bit.
Truly?
Yes, of course, I don't mind.
That'd be a blessing.
And she nods, and she says, "Feel free to stay. It's over here." And you see it's pretty close to the city.
She bows.
And she's like, "Please take care of yourselves out there."
She says, "Thank you. We will. Us and our child will do our best." Thank you. Kane's just like, lowers his head.
Yeah, lowers his head. He's trying so hard. She's like, "It's no problem. Stay there as long as you like. I'm just sort of figuring out my stuff right now."
She says, "The world needs more people like you in it."
Oh, Doc, you're too kind. I'm not the kindest person, but I'm glad to help out who I can.
She says, "Well, I beg to differ. You've changed our lives."
Well, I'm glad to have done so. I hope your child fares very well.
He will now. She bows. And she nudges Kane to bow.
Kane bows too. And she basically hands you the keys to the property as she says, hope you find it well, and she of course does her own little thing.
There you go.
You go.
She goes to the property.
He says, that was pretty easy.
Almost too easy.
Oh, almost too easy.
Do you think random people just give out keys to their places like this?
No.
She lets down her hair. And she says, I have a feeling we're going to find a thing or two in this lovely little house.
I feel like we are too.
She prepares disintegrate.
He prepares his axe.
And she says she wanders to the house.
You wander to the house.
She unlocks it.
You unlock it. It is like a nice house. Like, it's not anything like super fancy, but it is a nice house.
She opens the door.
You open the door.
She perceptions inside.
Roll perception.
Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. House. Furnished house.
Arcana checks. 7.
No.
She nudges Kane.
It's +0 at this point. 1.
I imagine Electra fucking was teaching him how to spot like Arcana stuff, and he's just doing terrible.
He did, honestly, he got a fucking 7 like her, so. He's like, I don't notice anything off.
She walks in with him,
He walked in with Kane.
and she closes the door.
Close the door.
She locks it with the key.
You lock it with the key.
She looks around.
You look around. It's a nice house.
She's going through all the rooms.
Yep. You go through all the rooms. There's nothing on. He's like, he starts touching things.
Don't break anything now.
I wouldn't do that.
She says,
That'd make me a barbarian.
and you're not. She says, oh, I almost forgot.
Mm-hmm.
She casts Major Illusion. And they have a kid.
Looks at the kid.
It waves.
That's kind of scary.
She says, what are you talking about? This is Axel.
Is that what you imagine?
Well, it looks like both of us, so that's the best I got.
Chuckles.
It's gonna look like us.
No, it does.
She's like,
It's just interesting.
well, how would you see it?
I don't know. I never really thought of it. That's how she knows he's not in love. Never thought about that. Kids are a big responsibility.
I wouldn't know.
Why would it? Well,
You got kids?
no.
Where are they?
I just know what kids act like, but I don't have any kids myself.
She insight checks him.
That's for sure a truth.
18.
That's a truth. 'Cause I used to hang around a lot of kids when I was younger.
Interesting.
That's how she thinks. That's how she continues to think he's been extorted.
She says, and your kids by chance aren't kidnapped and you're just paying the fees to keep them alive.
No, they're not kidnapped.
Just checking.
What would you do if I had kids?
Well, I'd fire you. Because you need to go take care of kids.
Chuckles.
Not be here with me. What do you mean, what would I do? She chuckles. And she says, I don't know, I think it's pretty convincing.
I think it is pretty convincing.
It's got we both have similar eye colours, so it's the same eye colour.
Meanwhile, Kane's laughing in present day so hard. He's like, is that what you really think?
And she's like, I don't know, I just split certain things.
Chuckles.
Okay, I just thought, this is how Kane looks, this is how I look, this is how we split it, and I did it on the fly, God forbid.
He chuckles so hard.
She's holding her head.
It's like, I think that was the shock, right? I didn't think you'd make it a major illusion of a kid.
Well, it was just a case. We said we had a kid named Axel.
That's true. And he's like, and it was my little brother's name.
I see that now.
He chuckles.
Jesus, I wanted to make sure we had the kid. Just in case someone looked in or something. I don't know. It's important. She's floundering.
He's laughing. Because he thinks it's so funny. I just thought it was adorable. I wouldn't have said that out loud back then, now.
She covers her head.
He goes under the blankets.
Jesus, I think I'm done. We can stop here.
No, we need to keep going.
No, it's enough.
Do you remember what happened after we were there?
No. Not much, at least. Spotty.
Well, then we go back to the past, and you are both sitting in the house, and Kane's like, so what do we do now?
She has the major illusion walk with her. And she says, I guess stay here.
How long?
Let's just stay here for the night for now.
Okay.
And then in the morning we can fake the lady.
Sounds good to me.
And she says, that is if something doesn't go wrong overnight. I feel like this is weird.
I feel like this is weird too.
She says, but just in case she wants to call our bluff or something, that's why we have little Axel.
It's so scary to Kane.
I'm trying to think of how she would have fucking made like a little version.
That'd be so funny.
It would definitely have blue eyes because they both have blue eyes.
Mm-hmm. Have horns, like growing in horns.
Yeah, I definitely think her complexion, but his hair color.
It's
So like a little redhead with like blue
It's like
eyes
a Sims
and
4
horns.
creation.
It's so cute. But her complexion.
Kane's like, how long could you hold up major illusion?
Oh. I can hold it up all night.
Oh, okay.
It's concentration based.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll last as long as I need it to.
That's good.
The kid gives a thumbs up.
Little unsettling.
She says, well, I haven't even tried to make it talk yet.
Please don't do that. I'm already unsettled enough.
You don't like him?
I mean, he's adorable, but I'm just a little unsettled. That's all.
Leave him alone.
Okay.
She has the major illusion follow him.
No.
She has him follow him.
He's looking like just
What? It's like he has a mind of his own.
He comes over to you and pokes you.
Hey! He's like, fine, I'll stop. She says, plus he's not real, look. She puts her hand
That's
through
the
him.
scariest part.
And it's like...
Magic is scary.
She's like, he's not scary. It's a part of the con.
Meanwhile, Kane, ghost in his head.
She says, it's magic. You see? So I could dispel it and he disappears, or cast it.
I
and he
know.
appears.
It's just so crazy to me.
That I have magic?
I just sometimes forget the capabilities of magic.
I have a lot.
You do have a lot. Guess that's why it makes us work well together, because
Melee.
Yep.
Not that you should be.
Why are you so against that?
She says, I think you should just take up cooking.
Well, then that wouldn't be a bodyguard.
Well, then use your fists occasionally.
Well, that's what fighting is.
Maybe I should just rehire you as my chef.
Would the bet still stand?
Well, of course. Why wouldn't it?
Maybe I'll not be strong anymore.
How are you gonna get rid of your strength?
I'll lay around all day.
No.
He chuckles.
She says, we need to check the place for traps and stuff.
We do.
She looks around.
Roll perception. Roll investigation, actually.
13.
13. You don't notice anything that's out of the ordinary.
Okay. Do you notice anything?
Kane's like, I don't think and he's like, what does this do? And you notice that the panel that he's like, he's like standing on like some wood on the hallway. And he's like, what's that? And he presses it and you see the floor underneath him open up and he falls through.
She jumps in.
What? This is not even a second thought.
No.
He falls like 20 feet.
She casts feather fall. She jumps in and goes, phew, feather fall.
And he's feather falling and he catches you. And you fall down a little, like, kind of like a square hole as you get into the basement.
Axel appears next to him.
And Kane's just like holding you bridle style and he sets you down.
Wow, you called me my hero.
Well, I didn't want you to get hurt falling down.
No. I've fallen from worse.
You shouldn't.
Anyway, she looks around.
You shouldn't.
She looks around.
He hits you with his tail.
Hey! Axel points at her. At him.
He points at you.
She points at Axel.
Anyway.
She looks around.
You know the Drake and Josh thing when he's like, where's the door, Drake? And he's like, it's right there.
There's
He's like,
no door!
He's like, oh, do you see us like Kane's pose after she looks away? You look around, it's all dusty and cobwebby here. But you notice some weird thing. There's a coffin, a wooden coffin just sitting in this room, along with a few like other like just storage things.
She walks over to the coffin.
Hey, don't touch random things now.
I want to open it.
Don't open it. Watch out! He grabs your hand.
But I want to open it.
You shouldn't open strange things. We can at least open it with the axe or something, like this. So he kind of like tries to gesture the axe to the side of the lid of the coffin.
Okay.
And he starts to open it. And there's nothing inside!
Lame.
He's gonna roll an investigation check. And he says, oh, he doesn't know. He's like, oh, there's nothing in here. He stands in it.
Stop! Don't stand in it. You just told me not to open random coffins.
Oh, well, there's nothing in it, so we can just mess with it now, I guess.
She drags him out of it.
Drag him out of it.
She flicks his forehead.
Hey.
No, hey. You can't make dumb decisions and tell me not to make dumb decisions.
Okay, fair.
She looks around the rest of the room.
It's just a storage room.
Is there a way out?
No.
She's like, so we've run into an issue. There's no way out.
I could try to climb up the sides of the tunnel.
I mean, I have Dimension Door.
Oh, that works too.
She says, let's make sure there's nothing else down here first.
All I see is a bunch of old silverware and pottery and stuff that we could sell for a lot of money.
She checks for Arcana. 13?
No Arcana. It's just a room.
Okay.
And he's like, there's a fucking vampire here.
Does the coffin have anything on it? Like any emblems or anything?
No, it's really just a plain wooden coffin.
She's like, I feel like this is really weird.
I don't like this. All I could think of are vampires.
Those are myths.
We have them in the East.
You have vampires in the East?
And he shows one of his scars on his shoulder that is 2 bite marks.
Where's the vampire?
I don't know. That's the problem. If there is one, I mean, this could just be a coffin made for somebody someday. I don't know.
Well, can you move the coffin?
Yeah, it's just wood, so he picks it up. And plus, there'd be no way for the vampire to get out, really.
Can't vampires fly?
Ugh, some can, some can't. Depends. There's vampire spawn vampires and vampire lords.
Maybe someone was just keeping the vampire alive and throwing people down here for it to eat.
That's awful. I've been feed for vampire once.
See, you don't get to say anything about me jumping off of tall things when you say shit like that.
Guess it was just part of the pounce.
She pouts.
He frowns.
She frowns.
Covers your face with his hand.
Hey! How rude.
Let's get out of here, though. I don't like it.
Okay. She cast Dimension Door.
I'm gonna take this silver cup, though.
No. No.
Let's go with it.
You said a vampire might be here, and you're gonna take some of the vampire stuff? Do we need more villains? No.
Okay.
And I'm starting to feel like this is weird.
We should probably not stay here for the night.
No. But also money.
Money.
Fine, we won't stay here.
Well, we can't stay here.
She cast Dimension Door under them.
You both go back to the first floor.
She says, no. And Axel appears next to them. She says, no. We could die via a vampire. So no, let's go.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
They leave.
Leave.
She says, well, I guess it's done. No money for us. What? Why are you making that face?
We could rob the lady.
So we go to her second estate and we see a coffin in the basement, and your first thought is we could rob the lady.
Yes.
No.
Okay.
I'm fine with just going.
Okay. He's like, you've been getting less risky this past year.
What are you talking about?
You haven't been as risky.
I disagree.
Really?
Yeah?
I don't know. You don't really go into anything dangerous.
So you inform me that vampires exist, and then expect me to go into a lady's house where she had a coffin where perhaps a vampire was staying, which could have perhaps been her husband, actually, now that we think about it, and she could have been feeding him people. And you want me to go into that lady's house and rob her?
No, I meant just overall in general.
Oh. They're probably similar circumstances, and preferably I don't want to die.
That's fair.
Preferably I would hope that you also don't want to die.
Yes.
She insight checks that. 23.
He's not lying.
Good, that's an improvement. Let's go.
Well, you said you didn't want me to
2?
die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck else would I do? What am I going to do without my bodyguard? Without you?
Yeah.
Suffer.
It's not that bad without me.
It literally is, though. Who else is gonna pass as my lover?
The next hottest guy in town.
Then they'd fall in love with me and I'd have to ditch them.
I just guess that's true.
You're not just anyone because you don't fall in love with me, and that's perfect.
No, you're just fun to be around.
That's new. No one's ever said that to me. Unless they were hitting on me, but you're not doing that.
No, you're actually just fun to be around. Look at the faces you make.
I don't know what you're talking about.
He makes a face.
Don't make that face.
Don't make that face.
Now you're taunting me.
I am.
You know what? Maybe I should change my mind.
Change your mind?
Fire you now. Yeah.
Fire me?
Mm-hmm.
That sucks.
I can't with you. She crosses her arms.
He chuckles.
She says, let's get the fuck out of the city. I don't want to be here no more with the vampires.
Me neither.
Next thing you're going to tell me is that there's fucking ghosts.
Meanwhile, lecture in present day. And Kane's like, so what do you believe in now?
She crosses her arms.
What do you believe in now?
Nothing. Vampires and ghosts, neither of them exist. I'll just act like they don't.
He chuckles. Oh, and necromancers. He says.
They ruin our lives.
Yes, who knew that necromancers would be our worst enemy?
Who knew, indeed.
And he says, so that's a lot of signs we missed.
Yeah, quite a few.
Definitely can see why the Apex and Iris were definitely.
Associated?
Yeah. Don't see any signs of Elliot yet, though.
Mm-mm. No, but I remember meeting Elliot. So I think it's coming up.
I know I wasn't around when you met him. He says.
I thought you said he was there.
No, he was there before she met King. That he was the one who led
her to him.
to Iris.
This is, yeah.
And
He
he
was a
says,
little before you, though.
didn't we actually go into one of Iris's places one
Yeah,
time?
just not that one.
He says, I remember it was almost the end of year 2.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, do you remember much of that one? I remember you came out looking a little weird.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, I guess let's start from that. And past. This is gonna be the big one. Kane's like, are you sure about this?
Of course.
Isn't this pretty big to do?
Yeah, but she's been annoying me for how long now?
But she hasn't bothered us in the last 7 months.
And who's to say she's not going to do it again?
Well, I guess you're right about that. I have to pee.
I do too.
We shall take an intermission. Oh, my throat. It doesn't even hurt. I just don't have a voice.
That's fair. It happens. Laryngitis and all that good shit.
Laryngitis.
Laryngitis.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, when you lose your voice.
Oh, I never knew that. I'm so gassy.
The more of you know.
And Kate's like, this is a pretty big asset of hers, isn't it? This is a big asset of hers, isn't it?
Sure is.
One of her big mansions and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't you have a bad experience at the last mansion you went to for her?
Didn't I have a what?
A bad experience in the last mansion you went for her?
Did I?
You know, the one that blew up and stuff like that?
Oh, yeah! What's the worst that could happen to this one?
It could blow up?
Okay, and I run away.
I'm not sure.
Just saying.
I'm too slow to get caught in the blast.
Well, that's why you won't go in.
What?
What?
I'm not going in?
No.
Why not?
Why would you?
I need to be there.
You're not getting blown up.
He frowns.
I can get myself out. You won't.
I'm not capable, huh?
Not capable of escaping an explosion.
Oh. He's like, well, we have a week to prepare, so how should we prepare? We know where it's at. We know the patterns of the guards and butlers.
Ah, shit.
Do we need to wear anything? Do we need to have a carriage ready?
Probably a carriage to escape.
Hmm.
But that also depends on our intentions while we are there.
Guess what's our intentions?
Well, do we think Iris will be there?
Well, from what you said, I don't think her patterns are lining up to be in this portion of the West.
Then this is a stealth mission.
Oh. I'm good at stealth. I have a +4.
And if the place blows up, she's anticipating us to go.
I'm a pretty good runner.
No. You remember how I said that I blew up?
Yeah.
Literally blew up. Like, fly out of the building blew up.
I mean, this happened to me like 3 times in my life.
She pops him.
Hey.
And it's not going to happen fourth.
He pokes you.
Hey,
Fine.
I mean it.
I guess we can prepare in this town then before we head to the big town where it's at.
Sounds good.
Or it's not even in a town, is it? It's just open in an open field.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's stop by then in the city.
Mm-hmm.
It's a quaint city, it's nothing too big, so because y'all obviously weren't picking targets right now. He's like, so what do we need?
I don't need anything. I'm good.
Why'd you take us here then?
Because we needed to wait for the perfect time to attack.
That's true.
Well, to investigate. And that's going to be in like a week from now.
Yeah, that's true.
So, that's why we're here.
He looks around.
What?
He's like, I don't know, just looking around.
What are you looking at?
Roll perception check to see what he's looking at.
13.
You notice he's looking at some pastries at one of the stands.
She drags him.
Oh.
We'll take some.
And he's like, oh yes, here you have some. They're what was that? It's like the Dutch sweets where it's like there's like cream, some like cream in the middle or something. I forgot what it's called. It's like a Dutch pastry.
I know what you're talking about though.
You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like a Dutch pastry or something. It's something pastry. Definitely like something like that.
She buys it.
You buy it.
She puts it in cake mode.
Why she just shove it in?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, oh my god. He's like, it's good. I like it.
Good.
Why'd you shove it in my mouth?
Because you wanted it.
I did want it, yeah. He looks around.
She follows his eyes.
He's like, stop following my eyes, I see you.
Well, you're looking around at things.
I just think it's interesting.
What?
I'm just not familiar with things in the West. Like,
Well, now you're going to try all the things.
what are those? He starts looking.
She looks.
They're like little like trinkets and stuff.
She drags him over.
You drag him over.
Just a little trinket.
And then you see like little crystals and stuff.
And there's crystals.
Oh. A lot of crystals have meanings, you know that?
Mm-hmm.
I don't see any here from the east though.
She picks up a tiger's eye.
He looks at you.
This one means like strength.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
It's really
Courage.
It's really pretty.
Mm-hmm. She says, and this one she picks up clear quartz.
Mm-hmm.
It helps purify bad energy.
Mm-hmm.
And this one she picks up an amethyst and says, this one also means like strength and courage.
Oh.
Slightly different from tiger's eye though, because tiger's eye is more resilience, whereas amethyst is more strength based.
Oh, you know your stones really well.
I do. And she said, and this one is to promote love. And she shows them the rose quartz.
Oh, interesting.
And she says, but I know a lot about crystals.
I guess you'll need the rose quartz to win the bet, huh?
You're right, she buys one.
He chuckles so hard as he says that. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. She puts it on a necklace around her neck.
He chuckles. I guess I'm feeling the effects already. Ooh.
I know, it's like your man being love.
He chuckles. Looks
How
good.
could you resist?
Looks good on you though.
Thank you.
He still like she's like, is he flirting or is he really just saying that straight up? Kay's very honest, so.
They look around.
You look around. And he says, I think you'd look good in that.
What? She looks.
And you see like the like almost like the silver jewelry that like are like claws almost. That has like the
She laughs. She says, do you think I'd look good in that?
you look cool. He's like does the
She walks up, she says, can I try it on?
hey child. It does look very cool on you.
She does what he did.
He chuckles. He's like, it looks cool on you. Imagine you cast spells with a hand. He chuckles.
I have it under my cloak and then
I
I...
say, well, surprise. He laughs.
She says, fuck it. She buys it.
She's like, no one's ever told me that I'd look cool.
She said, that's a new one.
And that's another new one.
Yeah.
I don't know, I think you look cool if you tried a certain style.
What's a certain style?
He's like a punk style or tomboy.
She says,
He chuckles.
edgy?
He chuckles. Maybe not that
I'll
kind
dye my hair,
He
put it over my eye.
He chuckles. He does that with his hair.
She chuckles.
But he fixes it back to how she fixes it.
And she says, I could be goth.
It could be goth.
Cut my hair short and everything.
Like good girls, like
Bad guys.
I just say,
I can follow your words.
this song's so hard, open up those pits. That shit cracks me the fuck up. And he's like, he's messing around. He's looking around everywhere. You notice that his eyes do land on a flute.
She looks over at it.
Look over, it's just a flute.
Do you play?
I'm used to.
Pick it back up.
Maybe another day.
She drags him over to it.
No.
She buys it.
Why'd you buy it?
She gives it to him.
You give it to him.
She says, keep it for another day.
I guess so. You don't have to throw away all the money around. We didn't get a big haul last time.
She stares at him.
He stares at
She
you.
says, I will drop however much money I want to on my lover.
He chuckles.
Thank you.
And then y'all leave the city after just exploring it a bit. And y'all are camping. Ezekind's like, oh yeah, I wanted to give you something.
Whoa.
And he gives you, he actually pulls out of his bag a set of boots. But you never seen this design before.
She looks at them.
But they look like they match you. But you've never seen who could have made this. You know every designer here, but you don't know.
She looks confused at them.
Why do you look confused? Do you not like them?
No. Where'd you get these?
Oh, I made them.
Huh?
I made them.
She tilts her head.
I crafted them myself.
Oh. Thank you.
Do you not want them?
No.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
keep them.
Okay.
I like them.
He hands them to you.
She takes them, narrows her eyes at him.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
I didn't poison them. He says he actually
didn't think you poisoned
He's like,
them.
I didn't poison them. Actually, there's little needles on the bottom that'll poison you slowly.
Just making sure you didn't fall madly in love with me.
No, I just wanted to be nice. I think you deserve something nice. That's the first time he said deserve.
Interesting.
Interesting.
That's new.
What's new?
She stares at him.
Well, what are you staring at me?
Just thinking.
Thinking.
She puts on the boots.
What do you think? They're comfortable as fuck. You ain't ever wear something comfortable.
They're perfect. Never will I wear any other boots ever again.
And then it came the present. You were really you were really stuck to your guns about that, didn't you?
Which part?
Wearing those boots for the rest of your life. 'Cause
Yeah,
you
I still have them.
I know, you still wear them. You hate, I remember you cry when they get dirty.
Mm-hmm. And I'd use mending on them whenever they got scuffed.
Jackals. Past Kane's like, I hope you like them, so I'm glad you do.
I love them. They're brilliant. I appreciate it.
Of course.
She's really trying hard to read into it.
Meanwhile, Kane's like, I'm a nice person.
I'm a
And
nice
she's-
person.
And she's nice, so I get her something nice because it's a good thing to do. She deserves it. Yay. That's literally his thought process. The most basic thought process.
She in her head, she's like, it's been 2 years. This man is not in love with me yet. I have a year left,
Both of
motherfucker.
them are actually already in love with each other, but they just don't admit it.
Not at all.
They're just like, hee hee.
Yeah, because, homies just make random boots for homies, obviously.
Yeah, obviously. And then, of course, Electra would just kill anybody for this guy.
And buy everything he ever even glanced at for him.
Yeah,
That's just what homies
they're
do.
so normal.
That's just what homies do.
And then they're like, oh no. And they're like, you know what, let's stick with it.
It's
And they
fine.
got married within the next year.
I feel like Electra was in a heavy denial. I feel like Kane was like, I think I got this.
And he's like, I got it. And then she was like, I'm not in denial anymore.
Then she was like, I'm uncomfortable in I'm uncomfortable.
And then Kane's like, I love you. She's like, oh no.
And she's like, fuck, he's gonna die.
And then she's like, oh shit, I love him too.
Fuck.
Let's get married. But yeah, Kane gives you a pair of boots.
I'll wear them forever.
You don't have to.
And I'll make sure I mend them if they ever get broke.
You don't have to.
I want to.
Okay. Doesn't say anything further. And then he asks the first question, what would you like me to cook tonight?
Whatever you want.
Do you have any preferences?
No.
Okay. He starts cooking.
She watches him cook.
She's like, still trying to read this guy.
What are you making?
I'm gonna make you an Eastern dish.
Ooh.
I know you never tried them,
Mm-mm.
so I'm gonna make you some basic kimbap.
Cool. I'm excited to try.
Incandescence. Fuck! Fuck!
Iridescence slowly building and forming,
And
knocking.
this is like, fine.
Dun, dun, dun.
And then after he said, like, that's fine, opens the door to let her out. And Kane's like, here you go.
She tries it.
Try it. It's definitely very different from what you're used to.
I like it. I love it.
Well, I'm glad you like
This is
it.
good. She eats it all.
I remember last time I cooked this for somebody else, they said they did not like it.
Well, they're stupid. And they should die.
Yeah, they threw the food back in my face.
I'd kill them.
I know you would.
What are they?
I don't remember who they were. That was before I met you.
Fine. If you ever see them again, let me know.
I won't. I'm just kidding. Maybe.
She stares at him.
He pokes you.
She grabs their arm.
I don't even remember what the guy looks like, to be honest.
Well, I suppose I'll never tell you of my great many enemies.
Frowns. At least you can remember yours.
Do I?
Maybe not.
She chuckles.
So I guess we're both on the same page.
She says, pretty much. She says, I just know Iris, but...
Oh yeah, I also patched up your tent.
She looks at it.
You see it, there's a patch on it.
She says, you gotta stop this.
Stop what?
It's too much.
What do you mean?
Too much.
What's too much?
Too much.
What's too
I'm not elaborating, it's too much.
What?
Uh-oh.
What's too much? What am I doing wrong?
Nothing.
I'm doing something
You're
wrong.
doing nothing
I'm doing
wrong.
something wrong.
You're not doing anything wrong. Never mind. She goes in her tent.
You're in your tent.
She peeks out.
Because he's going in his tent. Oh, yes, y'all's tents have moved closer together over the months.
She lays down.
You lay down.
She goes to sleep.
You go to sleep. And in your midst of your half sleeps and half not, you hear moving around.
She bolts up.
You bolt up.
She looks out.
You look out. You don't see anything outside.
She walks around the tents.
You walk around the tent, and you hear rustling inside Kane's.
She peeks in.
You peek in. His tail seems to be thrashing about as his brows are furrowed.
She casts dream.
You cast dream.
It gives him a better dream.
You give him a better dream.
A happier dream.
A happier dream. He seems to ease up a bit.
She gives him a dream where he's like, I don't know, he's got like a rainbow. And there's like an aurora. And he's in the forest. And there's deers and animals and stuff. And it's very cutesy.
That's so funny. Yeah, a Disney movie.
Basically, he's Snow White in this dream. And not allergic to cats.
Yeah, but he seems to relax.
She lays back down.
You lay back down.
And she go back to sleep.
You're about to sleep. It's morning.
She wake up.
You wake up.
She look out the tent.
Wake up the tent.
Did you see King?
Kane's not outside.
She calls out.
Crawl out.
She peeks in Kane's tent.
You look at Kane and he's sleeping.
She sits.
You sit. Where did you sit?
Outside his tent.
Outside his tent. And then Kane opens his tent.
Hi.
Hey. Why were you sitting outside my tent?
I'm waiting for you to wake up.
Did I keep you waiting?
No.
Okay. And he gets up.
She sits by the fire.
You sit by the fire. And after y'all now it's like maybe 2 days pass and now it's closer to the end of the week where y'all are heading towards the destination now.
Mm-hmm.
Where y'all stop by one more city as you get there.
Mm-hmm.
And Kane's like, one more city before the big mansion thing.
I got this. I got this. I'm not letting you go in.
I know.
Just doesn't stop making that face. You can be outside
It makes
it.
it harder.
You can be outside it or something.
I'll be outside of it. I respect your decision.
Doesn't mean you like it.
No, that's why I respect it.
She chuckles. You're ridiculous.
I'm ridiculous?
Yes.
You're ridiculous.
I'll never understand you.
That's when I first started. Kind of gives a little chuckle. I'm so complex, you know?
Yes. Quite.
Everything I say is between the lines.
Yes, there's no directness in your words.
No.
Ever.
No,
Or your actions. All of it's a lie.
I'm showing you.
You're a liar. Bullface.
I'm lying. I'm actually a woman.
That'd be okay.
I know what.
Prettiest woman I've ever seen.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
If you're a man, you're the handsomest man I ever met.
Oh my gosh. So sweet.
And y'all walk in the city.
They look around.
You see Kane looking around.
She follows his eyes.
He looks back at you.
What? She looks away.
She's looking around. Then he looks like he's like checking to see if she's watching him. Every time he looks away, like you're like. Now, as he's looking around, you notice his eyes land on what seems to be a little flower stall.
She drags him over to it.
He's like, fuck.
Which one?
Well, they're all pretty.
I'll take one of each.
And you get one of each.
She gives him the cane.
Kane puts one in your hair.
What kind?
He puts like a little lily in your hair. Because he didn't have moonflowers around there.
What color?
It's like a white.
She says it's so pretty.
Yeah.
She puts a flower in his hair.
What is it?
It's a violet.
That would match his color perfectly. He says, am I the prettiest man at the ball yet?
Always have been in my eyes.
Never been to one though.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, do you see anything you like?
No.
No?
Other than you.
Wow. And he looks around, he sees, you see his eyes on a coffee shop.
You wanna get coffee?
I've never had coffee. Well, I never had espresso and other types of whatever.
Come.
Oh,
She
okay.
drags him.
Try him.
This is, can we get, what do you want?
There's a lot of options. I'm used to just getting black coffee.
What do you recommend someone who's only ever had black coffee?
And he's like, maybe try something out of the ordinary, like a sweet blueberry drink.
Okay. I'll take a latte.
She's like, give me a latte.
Caramel.
Caramel? Got it. And they make y'all drinks?
She hands him the blue drink.
He drinks it, he's like, that's really good.
Mm-hmm.
He drinks it really fast.
She sips on hers.
You sip on yours. It's really good.
Try it. She shows him.
Okay, he says, that is good. I like it.
It's different from black coffee.
Stronger.
Because they have espresso shots.
I could only afford black coffee when I was younger.
And now you can afford everything.
It seems I can.
The world, if you so please.
I'm not used to that.
Well, you should get used to it. Just saying.
That's why you gotta be careful at the mansion. Because I can't get too used to it if something happens to you at the mansion.
Well, I bequeath all of my money to you.
I would probably throw myself off a cliff.
That's rude. The courier would have nowhere to take my will to if you're dead.
I guess that's true. I guess I'll have to send it to
You won't know where all my money is.
That's true. I guess I'll have to send it somewhere else.
There's no one else to send it to.
I'm in his head thinking of a few places. I guess not.
I willed all my money to you.
Why did you will all your money to me?
I don't have anyone else to give it to.
I'm older than you. I'm gonna die before you do.
I don't have anyone else to give it to if I die. The fuck am I gonna give it to? Charity? I'm not that bitch.
In his brain, he's like, yeah, it's true.
What?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing.
You had a thought.
Yeah.
And you're gonna just not say it?
Well, I was just thinking about my old place where I used to live at.
In the east?
Mm-hmm. I don't know what happened's been happening to it now.
You could use the money to make it all better.
I could. I haven't been there in so many years now.
Shit, you could use the money to do all kinds of fucking things. Don't hop off a fucking cliff.
He gives like the fake face, like,
She hits him.
hey.
Don't hey me, says the guy who's trying to jump off a cliff.
He pokes you.
Rude. Pet me, you're the one trying to jump off a cliff.
He taps your head.
Mm.
Taps it again.
She frowns.
And he says, look at that. He says, look at that.
She looks.
And this is the first time, or I actually can remember the first time Kane pointed out a very starry looking thing. It's a scarf.
She stares at it.
Like, look how it glitters.
She stares at it.
I think it'd look good on you.
She narrows her eyes at him.
He turns his head to the side. He's actually clueless.
She says, fine.
You don't have to get it.
No. She buys it.
You have to like it.
She buys it.
Oh.
She puts it on.
Put it on. And it does match you very well. It matches you really well.
In her head, all she's thinking is, why did he know I like stars? That's the only thought she had. And that it was really pretty, and that he wanted it.
He's like, why do you look like that?
No reason.
No reason?
No.
Okay.
Anything else?
Not that I can think of, no. I mean, like the scarf though.
She drags him back, and she gets a matching one and gives it to him.
He puts it on. It's funny because it blends in right to his skin color.
Ah, you're like a star. It blends with you.
He chuckles. I do like the stars, so it's fair.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Me too.
You can see him really good in the east.
I can't really see them out here, but where I used to live, there used to be a meadow in which I could see them.
Really?
Hmm?
Mm.
Those with a bunch of moonflowers.
Moonflower, you say?
Yeah.
It's like, there used to be a lot of moonflowers somewhere else from.
Really? I didn't know they were in the
Well,
East.
they're rare because they're not native to the east, but people say if you find a moonflower, it's always bound to lead you back home if you're lost. Because we have a lot of wilderness in our areas.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I used to draw 'em.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I think they're...
His journal's sitting on his side.
She glances at it and she says, I think they're beautiful.
Yeah. What do they look like in the west?
She pulls out her journal and shows him.
I bet they're like a... I feel like they're a bigger version of the ones in the east, but the east are like very cutesy, I feel. And he's like, here's what they look like in the east. They grow in bunches.
She what looks.
And you see he draws it very well.
She says, I know a bit about moonflowers, well, their origins at least. Because the city I came from, they were kind of a symbol of worship.
Swoon, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's...
And she says, leaves a bad taste in my mouth, personally, but I still think the flowers are beautiful.
I guess you can apply your own meaning to moonflower to them however you like. Just like the East did.
Yeah. I think of them, I suppose, as a bit of hope. And that the night will come no matter what.
Well, maybe I hope to see these western moonflowers.
She nods, she says, I'm sure we'll find them somewhere, they're fucking everywhere.
Chuckles. He starts looking around.
She follows his eyes.
And he's like, I don't think I see anything else.
Then we're off.
And he walks with you. And tomorrow we'll pick this back up, because guess where it gets pretty big.
Okay.
That's where most of the writing was done, because then you'll be like, Jacqueline, why the fuck did you add this much shit? And I was like, it was funny.
It was funny.
It was funny, really funny at the time. It gives a whole reason, a new meaning to what the fuck